Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Reina Creole, of course, always bringing that spice when I talk about pop culture and sci-fi analysis, and always keeping it real when it comes to theme parks. And this show is all about keeping it real when it comes to theme parks. Of course, this is the Resort Recon live show, where my in-studio show where I talk about theme parks and I bring on my fellow theme park geeks and guests to talk about the latest news and theme parks that's out there, answer your questions out there in the audience, because of course you guys are our co-hosts here with this particular show. And this show is really easy today and really fun, because all we're talking about is Epic Universe, and not just that, talking about Epic Universe with some additional folks who have been. So that is going to be an absolute blast. So let me bring in my guest. You guys have seen him in the chat. He's one of my right-hand guys when it comes to mods, and that, of course, is Tom F. How you doing, my dear?
Hey, all. How's it going?
Good.
How you doing, Lorena?
I'm doing good. It's kind of strange seeing you on the screen and not seeing you in the chat, but I love it.
I'm kind of scary. I can't help it.
That's okay. That's okay. Well, I am definitely glad that you're here. I got to hang out with Tom and his amazing wife Linda at Epic Universe, so that's why I have him on, just in case you think I'm making some of this stuff up. Well, maybe a little bit, but we're going to talk about that.
A
little bit. And another person hasn't been on the show in a while, but hey, he's like family, so you know what? You leave him a spot, so when they come back, we're ready for him. And of course, that would be Very Place 28. How are you doing, my dear?
I'm doing great, Lorena and Tom. Good to see you here. It's been way too long since I've last been on the show, so thank you so much for having me back on. Unfortunately, I've always had plans on Saturday morning and couldn't do it because of family stuff going on, but hey, that has changed, and I'm happy to be back.
Oh, we are glad to have you back. We've missed you, dude.
Thank you.
Nice to talk to you, Bob.
What's that?
Nice to finally talk to you on screen, Bob.
No kidding, because Tom is actually an amazing guy, but he's also a good friend and a mod of my channel as well. So it's great to see him on the show.
Yeah, we kind of share mods.
I've been popular with it as modding. Sorry.
Nah, that's okay. We call them, what do we call them? We call them like super mods. They're on so many different channels, but you kind of know where they are in rotation, and sometimes they're modding two different shows at the same time, just like they've cloned themselves. There, you guys are.
I need to duplicate myself.
In triplicate too. But folks, I see you guys starting to gather, 34 of you guys between YouTube and between X. So welcome. First of all, much thanks to Angela Richter, who has been a member for 19 months. So thank you so very much, my dear. Says, yay, I made it in before it started. A miracle. Well, we are so glad that you are with us here today. You know what? We'll give you the special one. So I think this is the first time I've seen a member chat from you. This is pathetic. Yeah.
Join in, folks. It's yodeling time. Here at Lester's
Elephant green screen effect.
I am never going to let them forget the mess they made of Tiana's Bayou Adventure. But Angela, thank you so much for making it in here. And also thank you for your gift of one Reina Creole membership. I sure do appreciate it. I mean, I love Super Chats. Don't get me wrong, I do. But something extra special when you guys are gifting memberships to one another. And let's see who got it. And I see someone, Marilyn M got it. Awesome. Says Angela Richter, thank you for the gift membership. I had to cancel my membership due to finances. Sure will enjoy it this month. Well, enjoy it, Marilyn. Enjoy it. I still have to announce what we're gonna be watching actually for the member watch party. I'll have to let you guys know. We get to actually watch it together on screen. Special member benefit. All right, let's see who we got in here before we get started. We have got Phil Metzger. Hey, Phil. Says, saw you are going to Hollywood Studios tomorrow for May the 4th. Have fun. I got a correction. It's not May the 6th. We're arriving at Walt Disney World May the 4th in the afternoon by plane. First park to visit is Magic Kingdom May 5th. Oh, well, cool, Phil. That's great. Usually most people visit the Magic Kingdom their first day in the park. Let's see. But I usually go to Animal Kingdom because Magic Kingdom is like the first part people like to hit. So I usually go the other way. I'll go to Animal Kingdom first and kind of like chill. But either way, you are going to enjoy it. And yeah, I'll be at Hollywood Studios tomorrow for May the 4th. I've been doing that for years to go to Galaxy's Edge and look at all the people walking around, especially the people who will say, and I love this, and I quote, "Where's the old Star Wars at?" That's usually the favorite one I hear. Like, where's the old Star Wars? What is this supposed to be? I don't freaking get it. But some of us like going there anyway to just, say, hey, it's May the 4th. We're just gonna hang out and have fun. And Tom says, hey, I'll hit the like button on the way in and don't let the Niffler steal your food. Let's see who else we have gotten here. Linda F. Hey, says just smash that like button. Hello, Tom. Hello, Phil. And let's see who else we got. We have got, let's see. Juliet is here. Hello, my dear. Just good evening, Lorena, Tom, F, Erica, and chat. Hello, hello, hello. I think Erica will be here like a little bit later on. So we shall see. Say hi when she gets here. And Keely Chow is here. Hello, 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 hello. Saying good morning. I'm pretty sure Keely Chow was still in I was gonna say Hong Kong, but he's in Huntsville, Alabama. Huntsville, is Stennis still there? Is Stennis Space Center still there in Huntsville?
Stennis is there as far as I know.
Okay. I just remember from Space Camp, like Huntsville, Alabama. The only reason some people knew where Huntsville, Alabama is if they were asking about space programs. But that's what I remember. And Keely says, Epic Universe plus a Toonami theme park equal game over for Disney. Well, we're going to be talking about that, considering some of us have been to Epic Universe and to Disney, and we got some comparisons and some observations for sure. Krista Joe says, hey all. Well, hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. Good to see you, my dear. I hope you are doing well. And Braylon Lee. Hey, Braylon says, hey, good people. Hashtag Epic Universe is not a green screen effect. By the way, didn't Universal say that there will be more single one-day tickets closer to opening, or am I missing something? Universal did release more one-day tickets during the preview time window. So I think that's what you mean about closer to opening. That release more tickets. Did you guys hear that as well?
Yeah, I heard the same thing, but I haven't heard if they're going to release any more because it was pretty limited from what I saw.
Okay. Well, I know when I was there Thursday, it didn't really seem overly crowded at all. So It's good if you could actually get in during that time. You know, pass holders, we got a discount on how much it was. Honestly, if you can get there before the park opens to the public, I would strongly, strongly suggest doing suggest doing so, because I don't even want to know what it's going to be like opening day.
You're so right. I mean, it was enjoyable. It wasn't crowded, even with the line getting in. It was just enjoyable. It was very leisurely.
Now, originally they said that they were going to kind of, open it up, systematically so that it wasn't like just everyone charges a park at once. So I have a ticket, but it's not until the end of May. So I can't go to the preview. I'm in California. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, because all these videos I'm seeing from, you, Lorena, and other, people who are out there for the preview are just like, oh my gosh, this is nice. I love it. I'm going to enjoy it. And then I'm like, wait a minute, this is going to be different probably after, the preview's done. So I am hoping it's not completely packed, because I wasn't able to get a Universal Express, by the way. The only way you can get it right now is if you do at least a 2-day or more. And I've got 3 people, and it's going to cost over like $1,500. That's pretty ridiculous. So unfortunately, I can't get the Universal Express. So I'm hoping it's not going to be outrageous.
Well, it's like I tell people when you go to Disney, have a plan before you go. And it's not overestimating to say, focus on the 2 portals or 2 lands that you want to visit the most, and plan that way. And the rest is a bonus, because if you don't, it is so huge. It is literally, I want to say, like, I'm going to say about maybe 2/3 the size of Epcot, but there's going to be a lot of people there. So yeah, pick the two you got to do, and know which one you're going to first, because chances are most people are going one of 2 places: Super Nintendo World, or they're going over to the Ministry of Magic. And families will most likely try to hit Isle of Berk. But honestly, when I was there Thursday, this shows you how popular Super Nintendo World is. When I got there Thursday, they had a separate line at the gift shop. You know, the gift shop to the left when you go in, Tom?
Yeah.
They had all of the power-up bands on, little spinner rack or whatever.
They did that when we were going before you came through the gate. Me and Linda were wandering around, and they had that up, and that line was insane.
It was nuts. I'm glad they did it, because basically you picked up your power band and you got put in a special express line to check out, because people were going to Super Nintendo World and then just like slamming the stores in there. So yeah, that's a popular one.
Well, I'm glad you said that, make sure you have a plan, because we actually do have a plan. My wife and my daughter really want to see Super Nintendo World. So we're going to do that, because we have the early 8 a.m., or early hour park opening first. And then we're going to try to hit, Harry Potter and then Dark Universe. So that's kind of our plan so far.
Well, that sounds good.
The Nintendo World's going to take a lot of your time.
Yeah, because people don't want to leave. Hold on one second. Let me bring Erica in real quick. Hello, my dear.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hey, Erica, good to see you.
Doing good.
Hi, Erica.
Hey, nice to see you. I'm sorry I'm running late. Had a new
Hi.
toy come in, and I had to play with it.
Oh, no worries. I understand how that goes. I totally understand how that goes. Yeah, I was talking about Super Nintendo World. It's like the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. No one is in a hurry to leave. They're really
That's
not.
crazy.
They're just not. It's insane. No one's in a hurry to leave. If you have power up bands, they've got like the little games and everything around, so people are doing that, because there's so many of them. They're kind of hidden in little places. It's like no one's really in a hurry to leave at all from Super Nintendo World. It's amazing how many people they're able to put in that like in that area. But yeah, a lot of people are not trying to. They're not trying to go.
So I'm kind of curious, what's
I'd
more
say-
popular ride? Is it the Mario Kart, or is it the Donkey Kong barrel ride, or
Yeah.
it's definitely not Yoshi's, I don't think.
Yoshi is like the one you go on when the other two the other two are either the line's too
Packed.
long or they haven't opened yet. I would have to say Mario Kart is still the most popular one to go on. Donkey Kong is second, and it's just because it's a coaster as opposed to Mario Kart, which is a slower than I would like, but that's just me. I'm a speed demon. But it's a family ride. So it's, it's slow. It's, you're taking in all the stuff that's going on. So yeah, that is the one that's super popular. Sometimes the opening can be delayed. So if the wait is really long for Donkey Kong Minecart Madness, that's usually because Mario Kart isn't open yet and it's delayed.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, those are Mario Kart, Donkey Kong Mine Cart Ride, and then Yoshi. But those are, I'm telling you, they did such a good job with Super Nintendo World. I mean, it is so many people are running around having fun. That's why hardly anybody is like in a hurry to leave. Between like the power up bands, Mario and Luigi were out on Thursday
Cool.
for like the meet and greet, and the line was so long they had to cap it because we were going to get in line, and and they capped it. So there were like 50 people already in line. So I'm like, okay. Plus they're in those big, costumes, and it gets hot in Florida,
Mhm.
so that would make sense. But it's just so interesting, the atmosphere there. Everybody is having so much fun, from like big kids like myself reliving, NES memories, because in some of the gift shops they've got like the NES characters, like Mario in his NES incarnation, and then in the recent one, so they have those spread around, and so much fun. So much fun. Hey, Juliet, good to see you. Good to see you and welcome. And let's see, we've got Dylan in the chat. Hello. Hey, Dylan. Says, hey, Lorena. Sup, chat. We've got Two Penny Puppet. Good to see you. And let's see who else we have got in here in the chat. So many of you guys. Of course, Barry saying hello to everybody. And let's see. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We kind of all run in the same in the same circle, so it's cool seeing everybody. Hi, Rex. Nixus Live. Hey, ya from the city of Babland, General, known of Cabbage Patch Kids, Cleveland, Georgia, now a Purple Heart City. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Interesting. Marshall Space Flight Center. Oh, okay. What did I call it? They call it Stennis.
I think Stennis is in Texas. I always
Is
get those
it?
two confused. Marshall, Stennis. There's one over by DC, and I always screw which ones are or what where. The name.
Okay. I just know Huntsville was the space camp one. That's what I remember. So I'm glad you guys told me. Lorena, I heard there's an Infinity Nikki update. Are you enjoying it so far? No. No. Imagine a game you spend a whole bunch of time in that was just awesome, and then they decide to retcon it with the latest. Yes. I opened it up and there was a freaking tutorial. I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I did this months ago. What do you Yeah. So it's a whole mess. The players are really, really, really pissed off. So yeah, I'll look it up. I probably will try
Okay.
it eventually, but I'm really not in a hurry right now. I'm like, forget it. Camera girl's playing it, but I'm just like, no, nah, I'm just not. Why are you gonna retcon all that stuff? Iraq says it's going to be mayhem on opening day. Today's show will be there as well. Oh man, that's going to be
Oh
nuts.
boy. Wow.
Whoo, that is going to be nuts. And I do know, yeah, I heard about the drone
Game on
show
their opening day.
fireworks for opening day. I know they had drained the fountain area on Thursday. They were tweaking some stuff. I think that they were working on. I think it was with the LED lights because I saw a video later on in that evening.
Mhm.
All that whole area, like where you sit at, and also in front of the Blue Dragon restaurant, all of that had LED running lights all around it.
Wow.
I had no idea. I had
I
no
can
idea that was
understand.
coming up.
Mm.
It's awesome. Hey, Fanny Willis Booty says, "Hi, Lorena, enjoying the stream." Well, I'm so glad that you are. And Linda says, "You have to see Epic Universe in person. It is such a beautiful place, something for everyone, and the attention to detail is amazing." Yes, it is. I'm actually going to be running the live stream, actually, that I did last week. We're just going to kind of use that as a reference point a little bit. Let's see. Why would I leave that land? There are games. It's full of Easter eggs for us gaming nerds. LOL. Yes. Yes, it is. That is it in a nutshell. With how many Easter eggs are in it, how many games are in it. I mean, you literally get to put the power band on and punch the cubes and everything. And the sound is just like the games. I mean, I don't know what's worse. The kids or big kids like me. We'll push somebody out the way to literally get to all of those. And like the side games, you just have to go. They're kind of like hidden. You kind of have to go in these little areas, and there's like a whole like dungeon area inside. One of them where you have to. I think you have to hit some things in order before the bombs go off. And
Wow.
one's like a slot machine, but there's four of them, and you have to like get each one.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I
See, that's
screwed that one up.
my main concern is like I only get one day at Epic Universe, and I know that you guys have been going to the previews and you've seen it multiple times. Like I'm going to be there one day, and I have no Universal Express. It's going to be a madhouse for me to try to get everything done that I want to, and I'm nervous that I'm not going to. It's like, oh,
I hear you. I hear you. It's going to be a long day. I'll definitely say that it's going to be a long day, and at least you get in early. So because you
yes.
get in early, you're going to be way ahead of everybody else. So
Well, I'm
that's all
hoping
you
it
know.
helps.
Bob, it was very. I thought the same thing going in. Like, hey, I'm not going to get to see everything. The only land we didn't really go to was Super Nintendo, and we basically got rained out of that. We spent a lot of time inside that Burning Blade Tavern. Just to
Tavern.
we picked the one day it rained. I got lucky.
And it was perfect. The perfect place to hang out while it was raining. We met up with like the dad vans. We're like, we're in the Burning Blade Tavern. It's perfect when it's raining. It's great.
What was that character's name who was talking to us?
I forget.
He was a monster hunter, and I forgot what Captain something. And it was the interaction was absolute blast.
It was awesome. Yeah. Remember he was telling us about all of his kills, and he was making a joke about something that was in ice. He's like, it's some kind of thing. Like the movie, the thing.
Yeah, we were dying.
Yeah, I think it was a monster hunter that was also in Frankenstein as well. I haven't seen the movie in the longest time, but that character looks very familiar in there. But yeah, he goes in there, he talks to people, what you doing, where you from, what you drinking, talks about, what he's been doing with killing monsters and the fact that we're all safe in the Burning Blade Tavern. Don't go out walking around Darkmoor by yourself. And the Burning Blade Tavern, yes, there are parts of it that do smell like sulfur. Yeah. Remember the part in Epcot where Rome was burning?
Wow.
Yes, they have that smell in there.
So they do pump smells.
Oh. Well, what amazes me is that you see all these character actors getting into their roles, and it's kind of like what we have out here in Knott's Berry Farm in California, because they have Ghost Town Alive. During the summer months, they actually have people acting out, scenes and things, and that's what I love to see, that interaction that they're doing, not just there, but at other theme parks. And when they can do that, it really draws you in and makes you want to be there and be a part of it. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it is
Nice.
so awesome. Oh, congrats, Real Raid Nation, on that. Yeah, it is. It is awesome. You want to know how I know how awesome some of these meet and greets are when they're on TikTok, and people like my daughter know about it. Igor is number one. Everybody wants to meet Igor. She met Igor and she like flipped out and had to put it on TikTok to show like all of her friends. I finally met Igor.
I wish he
So
was walking around when we were there with you. That would have been awesome. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, we missed him, but we met the Invisible Man though.
that was comical.
He's
Those
number
flips-
two.
That actor is superb. He is. Yeah.
Were you able to keep up with the insults?
Me? Not a problem.
Yeah. I would have
The-
paid money to see that.
Yeah, Lorena went when he was telling that lady, and she started leaning back, and he went off. I had to control myself. I was dying.
What are you, an idiot? Why are you all
Why are you
holding up
pointing
those things, pointing
at
those
me?
devices at me? It was great. I mean, Universal's killing it when you've got like Gen Zers who are like, we met Eeyore, we met the Invisible Man. Okay, if you go, you have to take video of it. They know about this park, and it's about the characters that they get to meet. It's just too much fun, and I love it. But folks, let's see. There's almost about 90 of you folks watching. We're just talking about our latest visit to Epic Universe. So I kind of just have the live stream that I did last was it Monday? Yeah, I think it was Monday. We met up with Tom at the park. So this part that we're going through now is Celestial Park. So Tom, what were your impressions of Celestial Park?
It was very roomy, surprisingly roomy. The walkways were laid out logically. It just very.
They're really making money off this. Thank you.
It's as I was telling Linda and you as we're walking, we're like, okay, there's plenty of food places. Everything's laid out. It's like there's plenty of places to go and sit. Garbage cans are just disguised, but they're there. You could see them, but they don't look glaringly like garbage cans. There's my hands holding the phone, trying to film. The portals, the way they were laid out, I mean, it looks like they really thought this out, and they thought it out in a way that if they can expand, they don't have to close much of this to build the back part of the stuff and do the entrance to the next portal afterwards, coming from that type of look at it. It's like they really thought this out.
I hadn't even thought of that. That's an awesome observation because I hadn't even considered that. Wow.
Yeah, with the portal system like that, the way they have it done on the worlds, they could easily just leave their greenery up or the things up, work on stuff in the background, and not disrupt the flow of the rest of the park. It makes sense.
Yeah, it really does. One of the things that Epic Universe has been really good at is the sight lines. When you walk into Celestial Park, you have no idea really, unless you look around, where these other portals are. It's kind of like you have to discover them just so you happen to be walking around the park. Like this is Isle of Berk. This is How to Train Your Dragon, which looks a lot like the artwork.
This was absolutely gorgeous when we walked in. Me and Linda both were blown away on how big this land is once you walk into it. You are not expecting that. It's just like, wait, what? They did this that big, that well? I was expecting it to be a lot smaller in scale.
Mhm.
And it's just, yeah, it's like a big, I want to say like a big, kind of like a big horseshoe with a couple of spokes, kind of like how Tom was saying they could expand and they wouldn't have to cut off the rest of the park. It'd be very, very easy to, kind of like obscure where that work area is. Also, these two statues here, when I was there Thursday, they had the fire effect working.
I seen
Yeah,
you
those
post
look
that.
cool.
That was insane.
Hmm.
I'm like,
Oh.
did they have it off because it was raining, or did they like, okay, we're going to release this now? That's what makes me wonder.
I think because the whole land is still under technical rehearsal, so it's not officially open to the public, there's certain features that may be working and may not be working. Like, for example, over in Dark Universe with the Wolfman coaster, there's a scene that looked like it wasn't quite finished yet near the end, and you could kind of tell that that's probably where the Wolfman was supposed to be or close to it, but they didn't have him there. Kind of like how we were in Monsters Unchained,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we could tell,
That last, yeah.
yeah, so we could tell something was missing there. But that's why they say it's technical rehearsal. Not all elements are working. So I'm guessing what it seems like is by Thursday they actually had this fire effect going, and it looks cool during the day, but it looks amazing at night.
I bet. So I have a question since I haven't been there yet, and that is, from all the videos I've seen from you, it looks like the lands are very well spread out, very wide open, but there's not a lot of shade or trees. Do they have a lot of misters there? I mean, Florida gets pretty hot, and I have a feeling that it's going to be kind of crazy as we go into the summer months here.
That is an excellent question, and one that a lot of people have been asking. So the answer to that question is yes. Yes, there are. There are so many places to go and cool off, to get away from the sun. As a matter of fact, it was kind of hot on Thursday, and I'm like, okay, where are we gonna go? Besides all the shops that you can go in, places near the restroom that have overhangs, also some of the restaurants, like for example, Mead Hall. Mead Hall is one of the best places to go in and just, if you need a break or whatever, it's a quick service restaurant. You scan the tag at the table and you order mobile order and they bring it over. So there's that. Again, other little overhangs. There's fans. There are misters. Over in Hooligan's Hideout, which I think we're about to. Okay, so that's the fire grill over there to the right that you see.
Mm-hmm.
That little to the left, that little area up here that's covered, that's Hooligan's Hideout. That has fans. You also get the water spray a little bit, like mist-wise, off of the fire grill. The fire grill attraction, which is like these little barges that go around. You can shoot water and stuff off of people. So there's fans and coverage that's over there. And another one, let's see, there's more over there. There's lots of covered areas to get away, to get out of the sun. Again, especially the gift shops. And if you want to drop into, like say, into Mead Hall just to kind of cool off, you can do that as well. So they've really thought out how to handle the heat, the Florida heat. There's lots of misting places as well that's over here. And there's something I want to show you guys because the effect was not working when we went on Monday.
They had it going the next time, didn't they? I think they did it they shut it off for the
Thursday.
rain.
Mm.
kids lost their freaking minds. And I want to say,
did it feel like ice? Did you feel that?
it did. It just felt like a slightly cool mist. I don't know if they're going to actually make it like icy mist. I think it's, you know how when they have just the misters out where it's not water, but it's just
Yeah.
fine mist. I think that's what this is. And I want to say they do it maybe every 10 minutes or so, but I think there's also someone controlling this effect too. Because it seemed to only happen when people were like, when little kids were like way, way up close to it. So when they got sprayed by it, they were like, this is so neat.
Or maybe they have sensors.
That could be it too.
Kind of like when we went to ministry.
Mhm.
That could be it too. But people are, well, you guys saw it when we were there. People are fascinated with this ice dragon.
Because it's
And
the best mister in Florida for theme parks.
Yeah.
It gets an award.
it sure does. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun to watch people
You know, Lorena, when you get to the next part when we were walking, you seen the other dragon.
Oh yeah. The baby dragons.
No.
Or
No.
oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'm wondering if they're going to add something to that because of where it is as it
Good.
snores to heat up the forge.
Yes, the Ford. Theme Park Casual says Mister of the Year. Yes.
Yeah.
Because
That's funny.
this is so cool because it's down a little bit from where the meet and greet with Toothless and sometimes Astrid and Stormfly.
I wish
Like
Astrid was there. That would have been cool.
that would have
She wasn't there that day. You guys were there. Excuse me.
Yeah, she wasn't there that day, but we did meet Camera Girl, and I did meet Astrid on Thursday because she came up to talk to Camera Girl and ask her, you know, are you a dragon rider? Do you like riding dragons? And she asked me, she says, are you a dragon rider? I'm like, heck yeah. House Targaryen, I'm a dragon rider. But she was so cool, and Camera Girl got a kick out of it because she loves How to Train Your Dragon. She grew up with it, so she loved that. So this is such a cool addition. So if you don't get to meet Toothless in person, you can go there, get up there close to this dragon, and just get absolutely misted. Well, first of all, thank you so much, Go and Shogi, for those 5 gifted Reina Creole memberships. Thank you so much, Go and Shogi. He's such a great supporter of all of our channels. So thank you. Again, if you got gifted from Go and Shogi, please do tell him thank you for that gifted membership. Love it. And Borg Porg for $5. Thank you so very much, my dear. I sure do appreciate that. Let's see, what am I gonna hit you up with? Thank you so much. A little Chris Tucker for you from Rush Hour. After attending FanFest for a second time, dude, I'm jealous. Universal should go all in on the Star Trek Land Ride Hotel as a middle finger salute to Disney Star Wars. Merch being sold like crazy. I've seen that. Barry, had you thought about attending FanFest or just
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to go. It might be the last weekend of the event. I know that Casual, who's in the chat, he's going tonight, so it'd be great to hear from him how it went. And I know our good friend Cordy in California, and I think Theme Park Wizard, they have gone already and had a great time. So I can't wait to experience it myself.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I'm jealous of FanFest between the Back to the Future stuff that they've got, the Star Trek stuff that they've got going on, the anime stuff that they have going on with Jujutsu Kaisen and all of that. I'm like so jealous. But it looks like so much fun. So Casual, Can't wait to hear the report from that. And Barry, I hope you can make it because it looks like so much fun. It
Oh,
looks like what
it looks
D23
phenomenal.
should have been. You know,
It looks interactive. It looks fun. Like what I was talking about earlier when you guys were talking about, Igor walking around and whatnot, and the, some of the other characters like the Invisible Man, having these characters out and about doing their, spiel for Back to the Future, or whether it's, One Piece or Dungeons and Dragons, seeing all this stuff going on, it's like, I want to be in that. I want to be immersed. And that's what they're doing. And I think that's awesome. Disney, can you do something there? Oh, sorry. Did I say that loud?
You did. You did, but that's okay because you know what? They need to hear it.
That's to Universal.
Which one?
They might be bringing FanFest to Orlando next year.
I have a feeling that's probably going to
were.
happen eventually.
I've heard a rumor that they are, but it's just a rumor. I am hearing it's a great success. Like it's just over the top great. So I hope so. Raph was watching one of the videos last night and his jaw was just like, I did not know this was going on. And I looked at him and I said, you knew I've been talking about it. You just weren't paying attention. But he's all in. He's like, I want to go so bad. I want to do the Back to the Future. I said, I know. We just couldn't do it this year. So we're hoping it'll come back. Even if it comes back in California, I told him that'd be even better. I'd rather do it in California where they have the filming lot. It just has more meaning to it.
Yeah,
sure.
And then we could do Disneyland in Knott's Berry because that's like on our bucket list of things to do.
Bob will corrupt you with stickers.
I have a tendency of doing that.
I love those cool stickers he comes out with.
I'm all for stickers.
So, rabbits and reels. Next portal for Epic or Nickelodeon, Lord of the Rings and Wicked. Lord of the Rings, I keep saying, and I'm gonna bet on this. Lord of the Rings is gonna be put at Universal Great Britain. I really think that's where they are going to put it. I would travel from the US to Universal Great Britain for Lord of the Rings, which makes sense since Tolkien was born in Great Britain. So I would, this is one of those rare cases where it's just like, I would really love for that to be over in Universal Great Britain. Nickelodeon, possibly. Wicked, I don't know exactly what they're going to do with that. I know the Wicked experience, that is not going anywhere anytime soon, between all the theater kids who love Wicked buying up all the merchandise and doing all the photo ops and all the props and stuff that are in there. That's not going anywhere anytime soon. They are making a ton of money off of that for sure. Hey, Florentine, good to see you. Good to see you. And Kelly, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I sure do appreciate the heck out of you for doing that. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, let that run back again. Going Shogi says, I'm counting down to May 10th. FanFest is going to be awesome. Yes, it is. You are going to have to tell us. I've got my Frankie One Piece shirt in the mail. I can't wait. Super. Yes, that's right. One Pieces too. I saw some of the craziest One Piece cosplay. They had like the Straw Hat Pirates. It was, oh my gosh, it was so awesome. It was so awesome. So yeah, this is Isle of Berk Spitfire Grill to the right. And then of course where's the Hooligans Hideout? Okay, that's
Well, they're not any turkey
hideout. Legs. No turkey legs, but they do have the mac and cheese in the cones, and I will say those suckers are like the turkey legs of Disney World. Everybody's walking around with the mac and cheese cones. You can get I think you can get pork and other toppings that are put on it, and lots of stuff. Thank you, Juliet.
Beans and rice. I'm there.
You know, I was so tempted to buy one of those when we were walking through, but I was still full from the other.
Oh, Juliet gave me a much needed correction because I'm not that person exactly. I just associate Tolkien with Great Britain because he was born in South Africa of Great Britain parents. His father died when he was 4. His mom brought him and his younger brother back to Great Britain. She died when Tolkien was about 6 or 8. Okay,
Oh,
thank you,
wow.
Juliet. Thank you for letting me know that. I don't know
Mm.
a whole lot about Tolkien's life. I just know his writing is amazing. So here was little bit overcast. So walking when you're walking around through Isle of Berk, it literally feels like you were in the movie. Like you are in the animation. The theming is insane. And of course this is Toothless. Every time we got to stop by and see Toothless because I cannot believe this exists. And
Watching
Tom,
the
what did you think about
interaction,
it?
watching this interaction was absolutely amazing, especially when the kids walked up, the way that Puppet reacts. Um, the person playing Hiccup is on point, and mannerisms, everything. It was just a wonderful experience to see and the reaction of just people in general. I mean, I was going to tell you, hey, let's get online, but I know we wanted to walk around more. I wanted to go up, and that's one of my plans for next time. Me and Linda will go pet this dragon. I'm sorry, but I'm going to.
Ah,
I don't blame you. This line, and I've been telling people, don't be surprised if by opening day this line starts out at a 2-hour wait and may extend to 3 because they do not rush you through this meet and greet and the
which is
way that they do
nice.
it. Yes, exactly. This is one of those where people are willing to wait for this because to just get to see this incarnation of Toothless and how they handle the meet and greet. It is fabulous.
I'm hoping they don't change that with the way they let people do this.
Yeah, same, absolutely. Because it sounds redundant, but it is really magical how they have done this. And sometimes they'll have Astrid out there as well with Stormfly, so you can kind of meet them. But the way that they don't rush you, and even with how Toothless will behave. Like usually if little kids come up, he'll kind of like lower his head down so the kids can like touch him and you can hear like the vocalizations and everything. Let me see.
And it works in moisture. It was raining and humid.
Mhm.
Uh,
Don't tell Disney that.
you
But
think
it's
he was hydraulic or something? Oh,
yeah,
Oh,
I know. Ooh. Hmm.
A little bit of everything, maybe, with some really good waterproofing.
mm,
I would
maybe.
I would
probably.
I would say so. Yeah, they actually look like they're moving. You can hear him actually like breathing. He sounds like he does in the animation. The way that his eyes are, it's not a flat eye color. It's like glassy green, like different like
Mm,
gradients of green, how he closes his eyes, how sometimes he'll just have his mouth open breathing, sometimes he'll just like close it and like bend his head down. It is amazing. I got that reference. This is like I could sit here and I could watch this for like the longest time to just watch people's expressions. When people come up to like to meet him. So where'd that thing go? Ah, come back here, come back here. Yeah, so that's 50 minutes. That's actually fast. This
wow.
Thursday it was 75. The first day that I went when it opened for pass holder previews, it was 2 hours. And folks are not in a hurry whatsoever to do that. This is probably I would say this meet and greet is actually going to be more popular than meeting the Super Nintendo characters.
Wow.
Just because of you've never seen a puppet like this ever.
But are the characters over in Super Nintendo World pretty popular? Are the lines just as long?
They're just as long. They are popular just because they're the Nintendo characters, so you can get to meet like Mario and Luigi, Princess Peach, Toad. Hopefully Toad doesn't trip because it is kind of like a complex costume for him. Donkey Kong. So they have their lines, but Toothless is such a different meet and greet that one's always just going to be longer, just because of the type of meet and greet that it is. Because over in Nintendo World, somebody's in the costume, but with Toothless, it's like they've never had anything like that.
What about this boat ride that you're showing right here? How is that? What's the experience like?
This is a family coaster, which I believe I think Mac Rides put this one together.
Right.
So it's like you're in a barge, it's a fire drill. So basically you're practicing how to put dragon fires out and stuff. Because since we live with the dragons now, sometimes they can have little accidents and set stuff on fire. So you're on this barge where you get to shoot water at targets as you go through. There's Rod Linda. You can shoot at targets as you go through here.
And some of them shoot back, from what I understand.
Yes.
Oh.
Some shoot back.
You will get wet. Yes. There's
automatically.
If you hit certain targets, they'll turn and fire on you.
Oh.
So me and Linda were discussing that. We're doing that towards the end of the day.
Nice.
It's so much fun to like watch. Hey, T-Rex. It's so much fun to watch. But I keep talking about Hooligans Hideout. Maybe I need to not say that so it doesn't get crowded. But they've really thought of families over there because 1, it's all covered. 2, there's fans that are there. And 3, you can kind of get a little bit of the mist off the water here from the fire drill and kind of just like watch as they go by. But yeah, they're hitting targets. All of that. It's just it's fun. It kind of reminds me of Toy Story Mania, but with water. It's kind of what that is like. So that is the fire. That is the fire drill. And of course, we've got dragons live among us, tails hanging out there. And let's see.
I want to get soaked so I can go one of those dryers and have the dragon, basically fart on you.
It's great. So they're those big, huge family dryers, just like they have over in DreamWorks Land. When you go over where Poe is, and there's the Chinese laundry, and it can literally drop like buckets of water on you, or there's a little gardens where there's water that shoots out from the rocks, which actually feels really good on your feet when it's hot. These are the dryers.
Yep.
Big dryers. Right over there. And I forget how much it is, but is it $5? I think like 5 to 7. And everybody gets in there, and it's crazy amount of air to dry you off, because there's a lot of water elements over in Isle of Berk, which is planned out really well considering how hot the Florida summers get. So between the water elements and all of that, there's so much to do. It's so cute. Plus, you can see the benches. Those are actually hand carved. So that's a dryer. Those are the benches. Those are hand carved. I don't think I've seen a repeat of these either. I think they've been pretty unique. So lots of places to like sit. Little crevice over there if you want to get away. If you want to get away from the sun. And of course, you can see Helios there in the background at all. That's the weenie for the whole part, as Walt would say. So instead of like Cinderella's castle, you've got Helios. over that way. And that's not Hiccup Wing Gliders. I forget what that is on the arm, but Hiccup Wing Gliders, that's another coaster that you can go on. That's the entrance for the fire drill over there. They've got the Viking fountain right there in the middle. Looks like Viking cups and everything. So that's cool. You usually meet Rough Nut and Tough Nut over there. They'll come out for meet and greet. The Viking King, he'll come out. Of course, there's Tom. That is Mead Hall, which we're looking at right now.
I noticed the garbage cans in this land were the least themed. They didn't blend in as much.
Yeah, they're carved. If you let's see, go back here. The way that they did it is there's carvings on them that's themed to each land that it's in. So if you see the same garbage can like this, like say over in Dark Universe, it's got a different carving pattern that's on. It's real. So it's something that I picked up on in DreamWorks Land, because over where in Shrek, it's got like the Shrek design, Shrek and Donkey on it. If you go over to like where the trolls are, it's got troll designs on it. If you go over where Kung Fu Panda is, it's got Poe and other ones. So yeah, that's kind of how they did theirs, which is pretty cool. Hey T-Rex, thank you so very much for that $4.99 super chat. I'm going to get back to you in a minute, but I just wanted to acknowledge that really, really quick. So thank you. This is Mead Hall, quick service restaurant. You can go in. Again, even if you just want to get out of the sun, it's so cool in here. So they've got like the long Viking style dining benches. They've got a chair all the way in the back. You can use like a photo op, big Viking chair. And they also have this huge bank of Coke freestyle machines that are themed to Mead Hall. Everywhere you see these banks of Coke freestyle machines, they're all themed, like themed to Dark Universe, themed to Celestial Park, themed to Super Nintendo World, also in Toothless Cafe. So that was just super cool.
I found this hall awesome when you walked in. It felt like, okay, this is done to a point where it's definitely Viking-ish, but cartoonish in a cartoonish way. I like the seating arrangement. When you walk around the left there, when you're going, and that's where there are other service areas, and it's kind of hidden until you walk around it, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, it helps preserve what you think, what you've seen Mead Hall look like in the animation. And remember, the live action version is coming out too. So it's probably the same replica that's in the live action. But this is really cool. I was quite impressed with how they pulled this off. And again, another great place to get away from the heat there that's in Florida. So thank you so much, T-Rex, for that $4.99 super chat. I pretty appreciate it, my dear. Here we go.
Tell me I'm your own. Check, please.
He says, I'm going to Tennessee for ICCC and Epic Universe. Hopefully this October. By the way, I have a channel of my own now. Oh, well, awesome. I'm glad to hear you got your own channel. Very, very cool. And thank you, T-Rex, for that $4.99 super chat. And I see. Okay. Convention in town. Yeah. Hopefully you go to Epic. I wouldn't be surprised if the convention is offering discount tickets for Epic. You keep an eye on that.
So that doorway right that you just passed is basically where they go in the back, and that's where the servers are.
Yeah, it's hidden very well. There's the freestyle machines. They look like Vikings have been hitting up the, the freestyle machines there.
That
Which
is definitely
also,
cool.
aren't they cool? And before I forget, they also dispense water. So if you just want to get water, you can just go up to the freestyle machines, hit water, and fill up your water bottle or whatever. I usually bring a water bottle because I don't really want to pay for soda at the parks, unless you've got one of those all day drinking ones. That one's fine. Those are good too. But if you just want water and you do not want the Florida tap water that is in the fountains, you can just roll up there and get water from it. So that's a nice little plus. Hey,
Yeah,
theme
nice.
park assemble. Hello, says hello everyone. Yep, brings the hype. Yes. Yes, absolutely. So that's what Tom was talking about, where they serve it. That's the Viking chair. Everyone wants the photo op in the Viking chair, the Viking chair there, which
I
is real
actually
cool.
missed that when I was filming, when I walked around. And when I was watching the playthrough again, I'm going, how did I miss that? How did I walk past that and miss that?
It's almost like if you walk past it, it's like you blink and miss it. And in a way, that's kind of, I think it's kind of fun in a way, but it's like the only way you'd see it is like there's a tapestry there. So they have like the tapestries is going on. Yeah, it's so cool. It's just hidden there.
Because I would have sat in that.
And I love the tapestries in there. It's like all the characters on it. It's no fire in that one. I don't think I didn't see fire in that one, but that's Needhawk. Of course, there's Toothless and the Light Fury and the little Nightlight babies. I did not see the Nightlight babies out because they'll have a team member, well, Viking, who will bring out like one of the Nightlights because they're kind of training them, and they have this whole thing where the little Nightlight, which is I think it's like a boss. Part of it's based on a Boston Dynamics robot, but the Nightlight will actually take its cues from the team member who's telling it to do certain things, and it'll react and do certain actions, but then it'll also do a couple of improvised things as well. It's so cool. I have never seen anything like that. So you've got the Toothless meet and greet, and then you've got like the little night lights out, which are the babies of Toothless and the Light Fury that are out there. I haven't seen them, but some of the video that I've seen where people have met them, the kids love them because they're like little tiny baby dragons. And they play Toothless Says. So let's say Toothless says, wiggle your ears, and then the nightlight will like wiggle his ears and say, put your left foot in, and they'll put left foot in. They'll say blink, and then it'll blink. It's so cool. It's so cool. I hope they bring them back out. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Barry.
Sorry, I was just saying they look really amazing.
They really, really do. They really do. I'm hoping they bring them back out.
They still need turkey legs.
I agree with you. They do.
It just goes with the theme. But Viking didn't eat turkey legs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is when it kind of started spitting on us over there. That's how to treat your dragon over there to the right. So they have really overpriced treats and stuff. Macarons, Rice Krispie treats, all kinds of things. And plus Viking swag, where like your little Vikings are over there too. There's another dragon puppet that's up there. And I think that's Toothless's no, not Toothless, excuse me. Hiccup's mother's dragon. And again, it's like you hear like the sounds and the vocalizations, and again, just I haven't seen Disney do something like this. At all. It's like I don't know what kind of generation it is, but it's it's just cool to watch. You'll see kids who will stop, and big kids that'll just stop and just watch the dragons. And yes, they have the sheep too. So the sheep are there too. Move around and bleed as well. And yeah, this is in How to Treat Your Dragon. So there's like the case.
I was so gonna buy stuff in that dang case. I'm glad. No, just no.
And over here is like you can get little gear, keychains.
We had a really good time in that store too, because we were fighting the rain a little bit. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
And the team members there were nice. They were good. They kind of, you know.
They need mutton.
I wanted that hat too, Bob, with the horns. I think it worked well with this.
I can see that on you, Tom.
Yeah, next trip, I'm gonna have to get that. What do you think, Lorena? Walk out some Viking horns?
I say you should. I say you should do
I
it.
could see it.
Aren't they cute? Those little dragons that you could buy. This shop is so cool because it's got like all the Viking swag. So the kids can get like, you know, swords, shields, Hiccup's helmet. There's even a Light Fury hooded jacket. No, it's got wings on it. That's why I flipping want it. It's got like light up LED wings, and it's got like the Light Fury, so you can put it looks like a towel, but it's not.
Is it a women's sweatshirt or is it unisex?
I think it's for a girl. I think it's for like girls because they have a sweatshirt. Let me see. I think I missed it the first time, but when I went back, I saw it. They have like a zip up hoodie with Toothless, like for boys. It's black and it's got like, you know, dragon marks on it. And then one for girls, they got like the Light Fury. And it's kind of like a jacket, but it's like it's got wings on it and it's got LED lights on it. It's so cool. I flipping want it for myself. I want it for myself.
I like the 3 sheep headband.
Yeah, that was funny. I like that one too. And of course, there's the lounge slide that has like dragons in it, which is really cool. I haven't seen that anywhere else before. I think it's like $90, but I haven't seen it anywhere else. So that looks different. There's all sorts of cool little things in here. See, there's Hiccup. You get his shirt.
Tom, you mentioned that they have a Dragon's Milk beer for adults. What the heck is that?
It's a brewing company. It's called Dragon's Milk Stout. It's like a bourbon beer, and you can get it other places, but they do have it on the menu. We were looking around at that, and I was like, okay, that's appropriate. So I can see them doing that. Here's my favorite. Oh, not the commercial.
No.
Well, Go and Shogi's asking if it's in a dragon-sized goblet.
I don't know if it's in a goblet, Jogi, but I'm gonna have to find out maybe on the next trip. We were so stuffed from before going there. I didn't eat anything here.
This is the fire-breathing dragon, the one in the blacksmith shop. I missed this the first time that I was there. And it is so cool seeing like all the dragons because they're not just static. They're moving, they're doing things. Baby dragons fighting for fish. This one just kind of snores.
So that's what I'm thinking. If they added an effect where when he snores, that flume lights up, like the fire in there gets bigger, and that would be absolutely insane.
That effect may be coming. Now that I think about it, since it's in technical rehearsal, that effect may be coming. Because you hear like all the blacksmith sounds going on, and then this dragon's like loud snoring. And it's so cool. Because just sit there. lots of folks had to go and check this out. So there we are, leaving Isle of Berk, which again is really cool. I enjoyed Isle of Berk a lot more than I thought. Which reminds me, I have a surprise for y'all. Actually, if you're a Mediano Mafia member, you already know what I'm gonna show. What I'm gonna show you. I'm not gonna show the whole entire thing, because Mediano Mafia members get to see it first, and then all other channel members, you guys will get to see the whole video tomorrow. But remember the Reluctant Dragon show,
Ooh,
Tom?
yeah. It was closed when we were there.
They allowed us to film the
Oh,
show.
cool.
So I'm gonna let you guys see like the first 5 minutes, because there's a reason you have to watch it. This show is off the chain for so many reasons.
Now, is this a smaller theater than the one they have over in is it Shanghai?
I
Or
don't
is
know
it
if
kind of the
it's.
same?
I think it's the same. The acoustics in this theater are fabulous.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go see this live.
Yeah, this is a great show. Yeah. Kids were losing their freaking minds at the start of the show, but you'll see the part where they really lose their minds.
Phil reminded me it's Beijing. Oops.
Oh yeah, Universal Studios Beijing. Because I saw pictures of that. I'm like, how come we don't have that? So you have Astrid and Stormfly. People are like freaking out because they came out, and then eventually, we'll see Hiccup in a little bit. So the whole story is basically there's this dragon that doesn't seem tameable. It is, but there's a reason. And I want to say there's about 5 shows a day. We got in line about 45 minutes before showtime, so we could get a really good seat. I mean, none of the seats are bad. I will say that none of the seats are bad, but I would highly suggest sitting in the aisle, like near closer to where the aisle is, because the performers, just like oh my gosh, just like the Finding Nemo show, you know how the actors come out and they come up and down the aisles and everything. Yeah, that's why. I don't blame you, Experiment 626. I want to see it too. I missed it the first time I was at the park, and then I was like, I'm going next time. Your eyes are not deceiving you. This puppet is exactly like the Toothless meet and greet one.
Wow.
Thank you, Scott Westbrook, for gifting those 5 Reina Creole memberships. I sure do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, my dear. That dragon roar is so loud. And I would think I was about 4 rows back.
I would love to know how it's controlled. Is it remote control or is it just programmed to just know when to come in on the show? I mean, with like AI, I mean, like what?
I'm thinking they're going to
Is
remote
there
control that.
I agree. Yeah.
I
'Cause of
noticed the
how
cable on that first part when they brought it out, but the cable didn't look like nothing other than a prop on that. It looked like it was being driven by wheels in the back.
Mm,
The
It's
drums look amazing.
super amazing, though.
so good. But if you thought that was amazing, oh, I'm about to cry.
yeah. Well, I bet the kids went nuts when they saw this.
That oh my God was camera girl freaking out. The kid behind me, I thought he was gonna pee his pants because he was freaking out like, what's
Ron tried to.
her jaw was open. These kids were like, even adults were like freaking out, like, this sucker is flying. Phil, yeah.
It looks amazing.
That's friggin' awesome.
And the actor is writing it. That wow.
Yes. Yes, the actor is actually writing it. Hey, Ryan. And I'm trying not to look how they're doing the effect for that because I want to keep the magic, but I had to I had to look, but I didn't want to look.
That was awesome. That's just awesome.
I'm just like, we've never seen anything like this at Disney.
Oh no.
And I thought it was going to be rushed. No. Takes his time flying over the entire
Now, if they offer rides, I'm game.
Wow. And he's like
People
just the
went
right size.
freaking
Like
crazy.
like just the size you would expect him to be if it were a real dragon.
Yeah, it's really, really neat. I love it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I wasn't gonna cry. And then I like saw Camera Girl's reaction because she was just like, I can't believe it's what, because again, she grew up with, watching the movies, and just to see how all the little kids in the theater reacted when they saw Toothless come out. Oh my gosh, it was so awesome. Going Shogi says, even once you know how they do the effect, it's still impressive. Anyone who's played with a marionette knows this is as hard as it gets to operate consistently. Yeah, with all the moving parts, I'm just like, that is freaking amazing and astounding how they
You appreciate the effort, and the creativity that even though you can see, how they kind of like put it together, it's like that just falls to the wayside because no other theme park has ever pulled this off. And it's just nuts. I mean, you can only go up from here, to improve on it. And it's already amazing as it is.
absolutely. Yeah, the screens, everything. And just like Ron had said, when they put like all the clouds and everything that are up there, um, you're just like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden you see Toothless flying, and not only just Toothless flying, but Hiccup riding Toothless. Insane. Absolutely, absolutely insane. So yes, this show, try to see the first showing. This one is going to be crazy. I've seen pictures of it from the Beijing park, but seeing it like in person, and you have like the both of them like flying over top, it's insane. one of the coolest shows I have ever seen.
I like that shot you got there, looking at the wings and seeing how they did that really superb. That's just amazing.
Yeah, Sam. Well, they put a lot of thought into it. I think also what they did, and kind of to Tom's point with how, with how the puppet looks on the underside. I think they took the lessons that they learned from the show in Beijing and plussed up some parts for Epic Universe. 'Cause this, I did not expect to see this at all. So when you go and check out this show, don't just pay attention to Toothless. Pay attention to the reaction of everybody around. Like I said, you heard Camera Girl say, "Oh my god!" At the end of the show, the kid behind me was losing his mind. The thing I love about Universal is they respond about when kids grow up, play, match the energy, but they also let everybody be a kid as well. Yeah, there were a lot of big kids flipping out. Because to me, we've seen this in pictures, we've seen it in animation, but to actually see this happen with the darn dragon flying over you. Oh, I didn't see flying dragons in Isle of Berk yet. I didn't see them flying around. So I guess they're still testing. I don't know. But this was off the chain. And Dance Life at the Kingdom. Hey guys, Dragon Show is legit. It is. It is totally legit. And good seeing you, Dan. Again, no seat is a bad seat. However, I like to be in the middle. So I would say the first 10 rows, try to get so the aisle, great place to see the show. So again, Mediato Mafia channel members, you have access to the raw footage of the entire show. All channel members will have access to this video in 24 hours to enjoy. I like to put this raw video up there so you guys can enjoy it before I make it nice and then, re-upload it for everyone else. You guys get to see it first. Wow. So that was Isle of Berk. Any last about Isle of Berk or questions?
That's a lot. And we spent most of the time talking about this one land. It's incredible how much they have to offer and what they've got going on. I mean, I know we talked about Super Nintendo Land and some of the other things at the beginning, but man, the footage here and everything they have to offer, amazing.
Yeah, DJ Knight says that was insane. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. So yeah, we went to Isle of Berk. And then, of course, going past Celestial Park. That is the Stardust Racers coaster.
How is that coaster?
I did not get a chance to ride it, unfortunately. But I took a lot of footage. And one of the cool things is I think it's a dual launch because once those coasters go underneath that little cave enclosure there, it speeds up, and the back of each train has a flux capacitor in it. Call back to the Future.
I saw that. That's amazing. I love those little details they put into the park. See, that's what really, draws you in and go, whoa, they were really thinking about this.
Mm-hmm. They really, really were. Yeah, Dan. Yeah, I checked that out too. Spearmint 626 says Stardust Racers is awesome. Think Dueling Dragons mixed with Velocicoaster. And I love Velocicoaster. I miss Dueling Dragons.
That's what I was saying is it's nice how they brought back a dueling coaster to kind of pay homage to Dueling Dragons that everybody loved, but there was good reason why they got rid of it. And I love that it came back 10 times fold. I mean, this is a massive coaster and it goes 5 times the speed too.
Yeah, it is. It's so cool when you get to watch it. I recommend Yellow Track. Okay. When you get to watch it
Oh.
and, they kind of just go down and around and then boom, you hear this like loud sound, this like a
Like
takeoff
a
and you just see
roar?
them. Yeah.
Mm.
Almost like
Like a
re-entry. Yeah. It sounds like a takeoff, like a
Nice.
rocket blast.
Wow.
And
Part
you
of me
get
wants
used
to
to
ride
see
it.
it.
The other part says, nope, my neck will not like it.
Yeah.
It's
I
got a
won't be riding it. I'm too chicken.
it looks like fun. Well, ignore me because I'm a coaster fiend. I'm the one that rides the Velocicoaster in the front row. And I wait for the
Oh,
front
I
row
can't.
to show you how crazy I am. Drunk 3PO won't do the front row Velocicoaster. There's a separate line. Like if you want to get in the front, the very front first row of Velocicoaster, there's like you kind of stand off to the side. So that's why you see the line of people standing off to the side. If you go on the Velocicoaster, like why are they standing over there? We're waiting for the front row.
Mm.
It's less intense than Velocicoaster.
Is
Okay.
it?
I'm a little
Yeah.
I might
It,
have
disappointed.
to do that then.
I would say because there's a lot of airtime, so it's going to feel slower and it's a longer coaster, obviously, because of the airtime.
Hmm.
So it's, yeah, but it still impresses, and then Velocicoaster was made by Intamin,
Yes.
and
Hmm.
this one was made by Mac Rides. So you got two companies, one that is very well established, very well known for their launch coasters and their speed, and then Mac is coming in they're just now making a name for themselves in the coaster world. So this is the largest project that they have been blessed to have in their company. And they're what, a 200-year-old family company? They're now in the fifth generation of the company being handed down in the family. Yeah.
Wow.
I love Mac. I love everything about them.
And they have 3 coasters in this park. This one, Fire Drill, and Curse of the Werewolf. And Stardust Racers is beautiful to look at. Even if you don't ride it, it is beautiful to look at. Like how the trains run during the day, how they're painted, and then at night,
At
like
night
there
it's
isn't a
gorgeous.
stern. Yeah, isn't it gorgeous?
It's like, okay.
Looks like comet trails, and it's just beautiful. Especially the part where the trains kind of come together and then they cross each other and then there's like light and there's a fog effect that's under it. People just love to just watch and like watch other people ride it. Experiment 626 says can't wait until the winter so that you get more nighttime in the park. Yes, because it is a gorgeous park for the nighttime. Because it's about golden hour now, but over at Helios, let me see if it's we're heading over towards the Wizarding World right now. But over at Helios, when it's golden hour, the front, like there's like a little clock element at the front, and there's elements at the top that start to glow. You can kind of see it through the trees over there, but that starts to glow and looks so beautiful. And look, see, there are umbrellas over seating areas as well. And around the fountain, they've got like the benches that have like lions carved out as like armrests, and there's umbrellas over. And yes, this was a hot set, so they've been taking footage around the parks during when this preview time has been going on. So
Lorena, can you pause right here so you could zoom in on you can see the wands on the arches. They're all different wands.
oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, they're on both sides. One side, the other side has the other ones. I think I'm not sure if they're repeated.
Wow.
Yeah, I like that. That's neat. See, that's the attention to detail I was talking about. It's amazing. I love it.
It's like over on in Dark Universe, when you go in the Dark Universe portal and there are black skulls that are on it.
I
like
want
on
that
the
theming
portal.
from inside that ride. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, for Monsters
Oh
Monsters
yeah, that first
Unchained.
wall. Come on.
I want the Phantom of the Opera.
That was intense. That was
That
awesome where they did that.
that was so intense.
We got to ride
You-
that again.
Yeah. we got to ride that again. Actually, we got to ride it twice.
Yeah.
Twice in a row. As soon as we got, we get out the vehicle and they're like, "Oh, would you like to volunteer again?" Yeah, no need to ask us.
I don't think that guy got a half second in. We both, yeah.
Yeah, of course we do. But man, that part where when you first go in and you hear the organ and they're playing the Phantom of the Opera theme and that animatronic that's playing on the organ, and then there's the flames and you feel the heat from the flames of the organ. Danny Elfman did all the music for Dark Universe. So the fact that they went back to like the old school Phantom of the Opera, it is flipping awesome. And yes,
Bob,
you
you're
get
gonna
to see
love
the
it.
face of the Phantom of the Opera.
You're going to love it, Bob. I mean, you're going to be like, what? This is insane.
Well, and I've seen some of the footage, even though I've been trying not to watch, all the different ride videos. Seeing the Phantom of the Opera with, his, actual face, it was just, I was like, ooh, even my wife, she saw it. She was like, oh, Phantom of the Opera. So cool.
Oh, it's amazing. But look at this. It's like we're in Paris.
This is the land that I'm going to lose a lot of money in on screen and probably want to go back. And I might hear Linda scream in the other room.
I just want to eat my way through here.
That's how we lose a lot of money.
I'm with you, Erica.
I mean, I'm sure they got like cafe sandwiches. Like real France has like the baguettes with the ham and cheese. Oh, those things are so good.
Yes, that's
And
at
the desserts.
That's at L'Air de Soin Cafe, which is I think up here to the left. We're going down here. Wait, is it? I think it's up there to the left. In the front is Circus Le Cirque à Canoe, which is flipping amazing. Oh my gosh, that circus show is so amazing. Yeah, see, that's Cafe L'Air de Soin to the left. That's where they have the baguettes. That's where they have the butterbeer crepes. No, I have not had a chance to try them yet. So it is like your typical, we'll say, reproduction of a French bistro with the outside seating, with the menu. I think that's where you also get the lavender lemonade as well. You stir it and it changes color. So that's it over there to the left. So that is quick service. So you just sit down, scan the table code, and they bring it to you. Oh, we gonna get to that in a little bit. We're gonna get to that because that is a huge contention.
I do have a question. In the movies, not oh my gosh, the Fantastic Beasts movie, they had one of the girls and she had a bakery.
The guy has a bakery.
Did they bring that element by chance? Like an actual just a French bakery where they have pastries in like the shapes of like the monsters, like the beasts, like in the movie. Yeah, the blonde who fell in love with the
that was in the New York that he had the bakery like that. So
okay, and there's no new that so thematically it wouldn't even make sense to have that. Womp womp. Okay.
Yes, they do. Because speaking of taking my money, and I'm gonna have to show y'all because I'm gonna say
I didn't help you at all with that, did I? I kind of nudged you.
I'm saying it's Tom's fault. So of course I got this from
Oh,
Cosplay.
Yes, it's my fault.
the
I know.
packaging is beautiful.
Beautiful. It's got like the map and explanation of, you know, the shop run by the crazy French lady. And I got this one. So this
Oh,
is
how pretty.
the Art Deco one. It's not a 2.0, but I love what it looks like. I love this. It's very beach themed. Like when you see it displayed, it's like with all the scallop shells and everything that around that. But wait, there's more. I had the nerve to actually look at this. Remember, I've seen it like twice. Didn't
and that's
get
where
it.
I went. Just get it. Just go for it. Go for it.
Yeah.
Just get it before they're gone, and you're not going to be able to get one for a while.
This one is flying off the shelf because you've got a space for your wand. It's like a side bag, like a crossbody bag. You've got like a little coin purse that's in here from Cosme Agicourt. This is $70. This is $70 well spent, frankly. Really. Gorgeous, gorgeous clutch.
So I'm kind of surprised they don't have all the wands as 2.0 now.
Yeah.
I think that's coming, Bob. But I'm going to try to mod a 2.0 to fit into some of the other ones because, well, I'm nuts.
That's true. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, did you say about the wands or the nuts part?
Both.
Yeah, because his was modified a little bit, so much so it got the attention of the auror that was walking around.
Oh, that was great. I got attention to a bunch of people with that thing, didn't I?
Was that the one you painted?
Well, Linda did the painting, yes.
Oh, that's right.
I could have tried that, but it wouldn't have looked as nice as what she did.
Oh, thank you. It says, oh my God, that wand is beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, it is gorgeous. I got the collector's wand, I think in like 2020. So it was nice. It was cool looking, but this one's like it's more stylish. And I freaking love it. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Hey, security Debs. I love the wand. Thank you. Thank you. And Le Goblet Noir was a really good quick service restaurant. Le Goblet Noir is in Nocturne Alley. Nocturnelle Alley. Say it like French do. Which is where the paintings are. The live paintings. Which I owe Tom F actually a clip. When they got to see the
that was so much fun.
The lady in the painting. But yeah, there's a candy store. Oh my gosh.
That place is deadly.
It is so deadly. Oh my gosh, the butterbeer caramel is insane. Yeah, I gotta pick that up.
Good. But how much is it?
I spent for all that stuff because I got a jelly bean tin, butterbeer jelly beans, a butterbeer chocolate bar, chocolate nifflers. Yes, had to. Hazelnut fudge bar and the butterbeer bar for Lorena. And funny story about the hazelnut bar in a minute. But it all came out to about like $65. But the butterbeer tin was the most expensive thing because it was like $25.
25, I think.
Yeah. I did get my AP discount, but it wasn't bad. And that butterbeer chocolate bar is, that's going to be coming home with me again next time I'm there.
They've got candy snails. Exploding bonbons.
I will be right back.
Is that a jelly candy?
Yes, it's a lime chew, a snail lime chew, an escargot candy.
Oh, interesting.
I saw it. I'm like, They have exploding bonbons. So a lot of it's just, the candy, but it's like French themed. It's going on. Oh my gosh. Okay. I love y'all. I do need the money. So It's actually a good thing when they load it up. But yeah,
Oh,
that's.
man.
I think the caramels are. I want to say they're about close to 10, but you get a discount. You get a volume discount, I believe, on the caramels. Like the with the same thing with the macarons, which are really good. They don't taste like air. I hate that. And people make macarons that are dusty and it tastes like air and like they've been sitting out for a couple of days. But these are so, oh my gosh, they're so delicious. And they're different, of course, from the ones that are over at Sugar Plums and gosh, I'm drawing a blank. The other candy shop, Honey Dukes. Sorry, Honey Dukes.
Mm.
And there's the Niffler. Hang up, Tom. I gotta blow you up. That's the Niffler Tom went and bought.
Let me wake him up. Come on.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
And I thought my owl was cool. Tom is an animagus.
And when you do this, come on.
Like literally.
Does he fall asleep?
Yes, he falls asleep.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cute.
That is awesome.
You can scratch his belly.
And you could put the little coins
Mm-hmm.
right there.
Yeah.
Now,
They
I
had
have to bring him in the other room because he will not shut up.
No. They had them in the Art Deco store, and they're like showing them. I'm just like, yeah, you're probably gonna wind up taking that one home. It's so cute.
It was bad. I was nuts.
And of course, that is the. You do not want to miss Circus Arcanoe. Oh my gosh, that's the circus from the second Fantastic Beasts movie. I got to actually watch that last night. So
Did
that's
you?
the circus. Yeah. Yes. If I watched the one with Johnny Depp in it. So I did watch that.
Love that movie. Let me go put him inside. I'll be right back.
It was better than the first Fantastic Beasts movie, but this circus on the inside, and I got video, not of the actual show, even though some stupid people tried to do that, but the queue. Have you ever seen the movie Coraline?
Yes.
That's
Oh, yeah, I
exactly
love
what
that.
it looks like in the queue. It looks
Oh,
like the
what?
circus from Coraline. Yes.
Oh, I want to see that.
Yeah, I want to see that too. That looks amazing. That's got to look amazing.
Just from how, just like the lights, the the tents, the hangings, the posters, just everything. I'm just like, this looks like the little rat circus from Coraline. It's crazy. I don't have the footage here, but I'll have to put it up. But that's exactly what it looks like. It looks like a circus that's been there for I don't know how long. It looks like it's from the 1920s when you go in there, and it is just insane. When you go into the Cirque Canoe, when you go into the holding room, you want to stand right in front of the deck.
It was insane, is right. We were not prepared for that when we walked in.
Mm-mm. I heard this show was going to be amazing, but
yeah, it sounds amazing.
No idea.
So your advice in terms of strategy for a day at the park is to start in Nintendo World and then make your way to Ministry of Magic?
I would say start with which land is your like must do. which is your
Okay.
drop dead must do. If you want to do Wizarding World, well, so if you want to do Ministry of Magic and you want to do Nintendo World, I would suggest doing Nintendo World first, just because that one gets the most crowded first.
Okay.
So I would definitely suggest that one first. Unless if Wizarding World is tops, then yeah, I would say go
Yeah.
there. I would say go there first.
So for
I'm
the
torn.
preview, they've only had though. Oh, sorry, Eric, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Oh, no, you're fine. Oh, you're good. I was
Um,
just saying I'm torn.
So during the preview, the only thing that you get during the early hour is Super Nintendo Land and Celestial Park. Do you know if they're planning on keeping that just those two lands for the early hour once they do open the park, or have they announced anything yet? Because it almost seems like it would be awesome if they could open up the whole entire park for the early hour, but I know they probably won't.
They probably won't. And the reason why I say that is going with what happened when they opened, when they first opened the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Hogsmeade, over in Islands of Adventure. For the longest time, the first hour, the early entry, was only limited to that particular area. So they may open it up later on, as probably later on in the year. They possibly could. I know it took a while before they were like, okay, it's just basically you're let into the park for an hour ahead of time. So like at Islands of Adventure, once they relax that, basically you walk into the park if you are a universal pass holder at a certain level, or if you're a hotel guest, you get to go past the line, through Seuss Land and head on back into other parts of the park.
And then
So
I have another question. So when it comes to the battle ministry, and I know we were going to talk about the virtual queue, but I've been seeing people say, well, if you keep refreshing, there's a glitch and it eventually, show up, even though it says there's no virtual queues available. Have you tried that glitch, or have you seen it?
I haven't seen the glitch. I tried. There's two things. I never got one. It seemed like when I tried to access it, like it would hit 11 o'clock or 3 o'clock or 6 o'clock, and I'm on the page trying to hit it. It wouldn't light up to say virtual queue until almost, I want to say, 15 seconds. Then by that time, all of them were gone. Like I would tap the times and they would say it's all gone, no matter how many people that I tried to put in. There's some people who they've tried to get in the first queue, and when they didn't get it, they stayed on that page where you get to do your party size. And some people have gotten in that way. That's the only hack that I've seen, but I never got the chance to do that.
Before I met you in the morning, that first morning, I had it up there. I had 2 done. I was in the queue thing, and my Wi-Fi dropped, and I lost it. Remember, and I tried to get back onto it. I couldn't get back onto that.
Yeah, it is. It is
So
the
it was,
yeah, Avarice. It is the worst. It's like I get it that the ride is still in technical rehearsals, but it is the worst virtual queue I've ever been in. It was worse than the Guardians of the Galaxy, with how it was executed. The fact that you could be on the page, to join the virtual queue, and the sucker didn't become active till almost 15 seconds past when the queue was supposed to open. It was such a fail. So I don't know how many people got it multiple times. I don't get it. I think it's an IT failure when they did that. But I will say, at the very least, the least that they could do, you are allowed to go into the atrium. So you can actually go down and see the Ministry of Magic. Like you can see the queue that they have, so you can experience going in, by Flue Powder. And I think you did in this one. Yeah, here we go. Okay.
Lorena, I also heard that in the morning, if you get there before they open the ride, you
Mhm.
can go further in the queue, even if you don't have the virtual queue.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
That'd be cool. I'll have to try that. I'll have to try that next time. But yeah, you can go. So at least they let you do that. You can, and I forget who gave me that tip. Maybe I think it was Dan. I think it was Dan who told me that you can go. I always ask. You never know. So I asked, and they're like, yeah, you can, you can go down to into the atrium. But let's see, Ministry of Magic broke down and they let them ride it again when the ride lights went on. Even the people on the ride said not getting off ride again because of the virtual queue. Let's see, at the time I made it, once they loaded us onto the ride, it broke. It is a very complicated attraction. One that I don't know. I don't know if it's one of those things where I think they should have held off, or they figured they wanted to try and load test with the annual pass holders, but it's very frustrating trying to get a virtual queue for this attraction. Again, it is complicated. It's like Tower Terror, but more complicated with all the moving parts and everything. Because with the Tower Terror, it's like, you go up and then the particular vehicle kind of like rides by itself. But with this one, it's like it can go right, left, up, down, just like in the Ministry of Magic where you could go in different directions. But at least here, they'll let you travel by flu powder. So you go to the Metro Flu and they kind of, stagger everybody going in, which I don't get it, but okay.
I kind of figured that out. I think they have a time refill for the smoke.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you notice they said don't go on until the light comes on.
Mm.
So the light comes on as the trigger, and I think each one's set for a different amount of people to come through, or charges of gas.
Because it
That makes sense.
doesn't flare off until you step through it.
Okay.
I just wish they had the back smoke going on as you come around the corner, so you don't see the ministry until the smoke clears and you're through it.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That's just my little gripe.
Hey, Emmy
They
Joe
could tweak it
Rod.
later.
Hello,
Yeah,
this
well,
is so awesome.
I'm pretty sure, they're gonna move it and play with it more and stuff.
Yeah, because it is time and light sensors. Yeah, that's what I noticed when I went in the second time. They were like, oh, you have to go in together, and as soon as you step, the sensor picks up someone stepping there, and then that's when the smoke effect goes on. Yeah, Emily Jo, this is awesome. As a Harry Potter fan, to be able to set foot into the Ministry of Magic, this looks exactly like the concept art that we were given for the Ministry of Magic. Everything down to what the paneling looks like, what the floor looks like. There's Dolores Umbridge up there. She has to fix her hair actually for she takes a picture or a mugshot or whatever.
Oh yeah,
But
that's hilarious.
that's so funny. She's like, I have to fix my hair first and all that. You see like the offices that they have up there for the Ministry of Magic. It is just to be able to walk through the queue. So I do say I'm really thankful Universal allowed us to at least do this, because at least you could walk around and see it, because we always see the Ministry of Magic.
Yeah, I'm glad they do have this open, because I mean, if they didn't, then people are going to be yearning to want to come in and see it. At least they get to see it, even if they don't get to go on the ride. But still, oh man, that's the one thing I'm really, worried about, is that I'm not going to be able to ride this ride when I go to Epic Universe at the end of the month.
And this is I mean, this is the one that that you want to do. It's as important as Escape from Gringotts over in Diagon Alley,
Mhm.
or Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey over in Hogsmeade. Hagrid's, yeah, Hagrid's coaster is pretty cool, but when it comes to lore from Harry Potter, you got to go to Hogsmeade, got to visit Hogwarts Castle, you know, the bank at Gringotts,
Mhm.
and of course here, um, the
And
British Ministry of Magic.
you've been on this ride, right, Lorena?
I have not been on Battle of the
No.
Ministry. No.
Okay.
Nah, I could not get a virtual queue no matter what. No matter what I tried.
Mm.
Making it my mission to get on this ride next time.
So they gave it a virtual queue despite the fact that it can hold 6 hours worth of wait time in terms of
7.
people.
Yeah.
I think they
Is it
did that because of how nuts it's going to be after. I think they were testing their virtual queue system, is what's saying, and people are saying that the ride went down a lot. So I think they did that to test both things, because it is a preview. So I'm hoping when they open it up, they have this ironed out, because otherwise this is going to be egg on their face big time.
Yeah, it will
Yeah.
be.
Not that I want to stand in a 6-hour or 7-hour line, but oh man, yeah,
I
to be
mean,
able to go on it.
it's like I want to say like Velocicoaster went off without a hitch. I mean, granted, that's not nearly as complicated as this attraction, but yeah, I agree with you guys. It is not going to look good at all if on opening day, oh, say especially opening day and opening week, that you can't even experience battle at the Ministry.
Yeah.
And Potter fans are nuts. It's like, can you imagine Super Nintendo World opening up without Mario Kart?
No.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
What people aren't realizing is when you're in here, that's not even the rest of the queue. There's
Mm-mm.
still more when you go in through where Go Chogi is referencing the house elf. Yeah, there's a whole another queue behind this. The scale of this thing is insane. I mean, when you look up, there's a simulated sky. Yes, it's all screens, but
Yes.
it's this is setting. This is like a movie set, then some.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Mhm.
You just don't feel. It's like I could see them having vendors in here. Oh, hey, you want to get some butterbeer? You want to get some this? There were garbage cans. I know I'm referencing that again, hidden in the other queues in the arcane part of that was just insane. So I can't imagine what they're going to have on the rest of this queue, what they're planning to do, because you could have
Hmm.
actors walking around this very easily, and it's going to immerse you even more.
Yeah, there's a cart in the back. Right
Yeah,
to the back, right.
that was just a prop, but I have a feeling they're not going to have that as a
Oh, they're gonna put real stuff in
yeah.
there. It's almost like the queue for oh my gosh, the train for Hogwarts Express.
Oh yeah, that is amazing. That Hogwarts Express queue.
That one is so cool. And yes, there's stuff where you can get crisps and soda and stuff like that, in the line as you go by. So we're thinking they're going to wind up doing the same thing here, which would make complete and total logical sense. There's plenty of space for them to do this, and it just, oh my gosh, the detail in here is amazing, because that's what we want to experience when we go on attractions like this. You want to feel like you are experiencing what's in the film, or if you haven't seen the film, at least get an idea that you're not in reality anymore. And how they do this with the metro system, I'm like, wow.
Okay, this coming up, this gift store, keep me out of it if we ever go again.
Okay.
Bought a shirt, want to get Linda's shirt.
I
Yeah.
want the stainless steel water bottle, also little side bag for Slytherin, because y'all know me. It's like there's Slytherin and there's
I want that
everybody
alert
else.
stuff. You know that already?
Yes, the aura cap. They have the aura
The
swag,
holster.
the holster. I mean, people were leaving. One thing about Epic Universe, people were leaving with like bags of merchandise, not eBay sellers or anything like that. Just people leaving with bags of merchandise, like literally, shut up and take my money.
Did
Is
you
exactly what
see?
it's like.
Did you catch the moon calf in the window? Did you see that?
Yeah.
I forgot to get video of it because I was too busy looking at it going, I want to take it home.
It was so cool. Somebody
So what
asked,
you're telling me is I need to take a lot of money on
yes,
this trip.
Bob, you're going to want to
Yes.
borrow my pickup truck to get the stuff to the airport to go home with.
yes.
Oh, okay.
I kid you not. Night, Mama L. Good seeing you. Have a great weekend. Yeah, you will. And then there will be people in front of you trying to get said merchandise. It is insane. I mean, with anybody knows, if you're a Harry Potter fan, you're gonna drop at least $500 on merchandise. If you want the robe, if you want the scarf, if you want the house gloves, and of course you got to get the wand, then some other tchotchkes that you want to bring with you. At the very least, you're going to spend about $500, including tax. And you're going to spend it willingly because of all the stuff that they have there. And you're just like, I got to have it. I got to have all of it. Oh,
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard this multiple times now that there are people that have concerns or are convinced that once the honeymoon phase is over and the dust settles for Epic Universe, it's going to fall to the wayside. It's not going to bring back the attendance. I'm just curious what y'all's response is.
What do you think, Tom?
To that, to people saying that?
I don't think that at all, Erica. And the reason being is if you go to the other two Universal parks, and now this one is a third, there's so much to experience in a bunch of days. And they kept their parks going when you go to, if you watch the Harry Potter movies, let's just do this land. This window alone, what you're seeing here is gonna keep people coming back to see if you get different talking tos, different things. How the word I'm looking for is the repeatability of it. You're not going to see everything in one shot. It's going to take you more. You're going to see some of the people going back to Diagon Alley, and then you're going to get them going to Hogsmeade to do the different rides, and they're like, okay, let's go over here. If Universal brings this, to where you can doing these types of events, just the fans for this franchise alone now has 3 different playgrounds to go into, and the repeatability of that is no joke. You will have people going to that constantly. Then you have a whole bunch of movies for How to Train Your Dragon. That's going to be going. They can change shows up in that. The Monsters Chained, I see them branching out on that with Halloween Horror Nights. I can see things coming for that. There hasn't been any mentions yet. Are they going to do parades and different parades like they're doing in Universal? Or are they going to do it in Epic? It's wide enough in that main park, Celestial Park, to get by doing that. That street is huge. There's enough seating on the sides to actually do that, rope it off and do it. It's a well thought out attraction. I don't think it's going to die off at all. I mean, you're talking those other parks, 20 years old, Islands of Adventure, and they're still moving that, they're still doing things on it. I think people are saying that to try to save their opinions of Disney World and what's happening there. It's it's going to be a battle. I don't want Disney to fail. I want them to get better. I see SeaWorld going to combat this somehow. Also, everybody seems not to be talking about them, but they have upped their game, and I don't see this as a, oh, okay, it's shiny and done. It's going to go away. No, I don't think this is going to go away.
No, and I agree with Tom. First of all, you've got two big IP fan bases to start out with. Nintendo, which is one, and of course, Harry Potter fans, that's the second. Those two bases, they bring themselves and they bring their money and they repeat that particular experience. So between, like Tom was saying, between three parks for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, I wish you could connect all three. You have that. Nintendo, that's been proven. The one in Japan, the one in Hollywood, and now you have the one that's here. Yeah, I do not see demand for this really waning, just because of it's such a different type of experience, and not like, and I won't say completely different from Disney, because I've said this before. The spirit of Walt Disney did is over at Epic Universe. That wonder where you're like, how did they do that? That, you know, just that feeling that that you get a park that everyone of all ages can enjoy. It's an actual park where water is actually part of the park. It's itself. Tom and I and Linda, we dined at the Atlantic restaurant. You remember 2000 Leagues Under the Sea? Remember that attraction in the Disney parks?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what the Atlantic restaurant is.
The theming walking into that restaurant, put it this way. Linda got up to go to the bathroom, and she comes back, and her exact words, I went the wrong way. I got lost. This place is amazing. And it's kind of funny because the server was like, yeah, we've had people go up and they don't realize where they are and walk around, and you wander around and it's gorgeous. The theming for the uniforms, they were awesome, Lorena. They were amazing to the point where it's like, oh, are we really going to look out at the park and all the decorations? Or are we just going to watch the wait staff and all the other little things and watch the food dishes go by? Each one looked better and better and better. And then as we were leaving, we seen like a really cool alcove to eat that you could get a table seating in that we didn't see when we were walking in. And that looked like it had a view out to the whole park. It was just wonderful. And the meal was good. It wasn't that expensive for what we got at all. And I'm shot. Emmy Joe Rod, yes, that your wand will work.
And that's another thing when it comes to like how popular this park is going to remain. All you have to do is buy this wand once, unless you want multiple different kinds. That's a different kind of addiction. But as long as you have one of these, no matter how many of these interactive wand stations they put, you can still use it. You can literally go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, not ride a single attraction, still feel like you're immersed in everything.
I could spend the whole day in Paris and play with stuff because they had one parts that weren't open up yet, like those big brass buckets. That one wasn't active. You'll see
it worked. It worked Thursday.
Did it? Okay. What did
Camera
it do?
Girl got it to work Thursday. It's
what
like
did it do?
What it does is the pots, you start to see the steam boil in the pots, and it's like you have to keep stirring like that for like just like in Fantastic Beasts movie. That's exactly what it did. That scene.
Which wand does Camera Girl have?
She has the same one the same kind that I do, the original version.
No. I mean, which handle? Which did she go with?
I can't even remember the name of it. Somebody called it a hawthorn. I don't know.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't pick it out. She picked it out. She picked it out. We were there in one of the oh gosh, one of the aurors knew exactly which kind of wand it was. But yeah, that's what she did to the big copper pots, the cauldron station. Yeah. You use the wand and it just starts to bubble over like a cauldron. It's so
Oh,
cool.
that's awesome. Here
Yeah,
is
that is.
me and Linda on screen. Sorry,
Back
Bob.
it up a little. Let me back it up a little bit. You guys can watch this. A little more. And this wasn't working earlier in the day, and we just happened to go back by there at night and it was working.
I had an absolute blast doing this. Linda told me later on I should have let her talk more. Whoops. Sorry, honey. Like this part when she said that.
There were a lot of people crowded around, so I kind of had to keep panning around.
Your wand is glowing.
The whole 2.0 lights
Mhm.
up. Wait till you see the rest of the
Oh, I
video.
did not know that.
That's
What?
why I want to mod some of them. I'm going to get them to work. And it
Oh my
vibrates
God.
too. It actually shakes in your hand
What?
when you do, yeah, different things. Yeah.
That's
I
I
cool.
didn't know it
I
did
let
all
Lorena
that.
try it a couple of times before she filmed, and yeah,
Oh man.
Does it have a battery now inside of it that you can replace, or no? It's
yes,
still
it
the
does.
same as.
Yes,
Oh,
it does.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly,
Oh
Dan.
yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You imagine Madame Leota and she
Mm.
sees you.
Oh, inner. Oh man, that gosh.
That would be so perfect in
That would be so awesome.
Memento Mori.
It also hooks up Bluetooth, Bob, to your
Oh.
phone and the app. So once you
Mhm.
start, they make this go live. You'll be able to track achievements, and it ties into a portal. So to the all
Mhm.
three lands does that together. So you can build your wizard up and
Oh.
get more spells.
That's awesome. That's
So
cool.
it's kind of like when you have the power-up bands, which actually work, unlike the magic bands at Disney. These actually work. It goes in the Universal app, and you can see like your stats. If you're riding Mario Kart, you can tap it to the steering wheel and get your stats on these. I mean, it is crazy how easy it is to get those things to work. And they have a
Erica,
battery, no charger.
so when we're walking out, you'll see it when we're exit the land. You'll see me playing with a niffler, and you'll notice the front of the wand actually does different colors when you do different things. Like Lorena used my wand, and the guy was like, "Oh, that lit up green because you're Slytherin," and me and Lorena are both Slytherin. So yeah,
Oh, wow.
Yep.
How does it recognize your house
you
like
do
that?
everything in the beginning. You set it up in the app. Here you'll see me watch.
Okay.
I'm playing with it. You see that it's lit up differently, and you see the Niffler will follow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Because it connects to your oh my gosh, the Wizarding World account. Like
Yes.
that's how I have it connected to, and I think Tom does too, to Hogwarts Legacy.
Yes.
So whenever I use it, it knows I'm House Slytherin, which is so cool. This whole thing is so cool. When you see like the call them the posters or whatever that are used to decorate the walls, that's the decorating style of the 1920s. And Disney did not do that for Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which they should have done. Most people did not have paint, to do the type of stuff. I'm trying to go back to see. Yeah, over on the walls. That's the way that Wizarding World Paris looks. That exact type of decorating style should have been done for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And it didn't. And it lacks the authenticity of the 1920s. Oh, these portals, yeah, they shoot light up into the air, and sometimes they all converge with the Chronos in the front of the park.
Oh,
Oh, that
wow.
is cool.
Jeez.
So it looks like there's other ways to get in and out of these lands other than just the portals, correct?
Yes. There's like a side entrance, except for wait, no, yeah, there is for all of them. Even with Super Nintendo World, when you go up, there's an escalator to enter the warp pipe, but there's also the way that you exit. You can also go back in the side. So there's two different ways to get in and to leave, which would make sense for fire code reasons.
Right.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right.
I like when you walk out. It's you're walking out into a park instead of walking out into another themed, land that's IP. It's like it's. I like that because you're not just going, okay, I'm in this section now. I'm in this section. It gives it a breakup to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see what you mean. I mean, I have no problems with the way that Disneyland, does it for their theme parks and whatnot.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
SeaWorld
can
does
see
that
how if
too.
you kind of come out and then go
Yeah.
back to another place, it really makes you feel like you're going into that land.
Yeah. I mean, it's different times. They're made in different times. I get that. As I said, it just goes to the thought process the way they did this. The spoke in the wheel and the hub. It's a good design.
This is the Celestial Carousel. I freaking love this so much.
Apologies for the way I look on this because I was trying to figure out how it worked more than anything else. Oh, sorry.
I can't wait to go on it. It looks amazing.
It's awesome looking. It's fun, but I was just like, how are they doing this? What's this? It's going through my head.
So I noticed that you're streaming on this ride. So are there certain rides you can stream on while you're there in the park, or is it?
There's some you can and there's some you can't. Like this one is slow enough where you can actually stream and they won't say anything to you. Yoshi is the other one. Yoshi's Adventure.
So it's just those two then, correct?
Yeah, just those two because they go particularly slow. Mario Kart goes slow, but you are not allowed to film on Mario Kart. So these are the only two that I know. Isle of Berk, you probably can too. I mean, not the roller coasters, probably Fire Drill because that one goes slow. You can probably do that, and that one's outside. Say Fire Drill, probably Hiccups, Wing Glide, both the coaster and the catapult looking thing, I don't think that you can film on those. The How to Train the Untrainable Dragon show, they just started letting people film, because for the longest time I was told you could not film that show. And I think Ron said, you can't film the show. But they had the team members announce, yes, you can film the show, just no flash photography or anything like that. But this Celestial Carousel, oh my gosh, it's like they went in my brain and they pulled out type thing that I wanted to have as Carousel. The music, it goes forwards, it goes backwards. It's not just everything in a circle. There's like 5 active platforms that are on there. So while
I
you're
was trying to figure this out.
yeah, while you're going around, it's like a KitchenAid mixer. It's like you have 2, rotating ways that it's going. So you've got your section that you're in that rotates, and then there's the entire floor that rotates as well. And there's 5 places. There's 3 that are circles, and the other 2 that are like, I want to say almost like hourglass parts that are in there.
Like you're dancing a waltz.
In a way, yes. It's so smooth, and it's over way too short. I know I'm greedy, but I think it's over way too fast. And here's the other thing: not only are the vehicles moving, but look up in the ceiling. Oh my God! If you look up in the ceiling, they're like these time turner kind of things. So they are also moving.
Yeah.
And that's like detail that Disney, used to give us. You look up, especially in the Nintendo store that's next to Super Nintendo World. I call that the 16-bit, the NES store, because it has like all the NES characters. But look up, and there's a star map for a bunch of the Nintendo characters up in the ceiling, lit up.
Oh, wow.
And everything. This park is so kinetic. And by that, it's like it feels like it's alive, because there's so much that's moving and so much that's going on. And Disney used to do that. You get the feeling that the park is like completely alive. And yeah, this is like so gorgeous. The Celestial Carousel, I haven't wanted to ride a carousel in the longest time, but that Celestial Carousel, I'm gonna tell you right now, that one is definitely a crowd pleaser. So I kind of tell folks, ride that one. It looks cool during the day, but at night it's a whole nother ride. Oh, Barry, you're muted.
You're muted.
Sorry, my cat was all meow, 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 so I kind of muted her for a minute. I cannot wait to be there at night. The problem is that I'm not sure how much nighttime we're going to get, since they're closing at 9 p.m. Right? So it's like, how can you advertise this park and show how amazing it looks at night, and then you're closing at 9 p.m.? Wow. So
I honestly think they're going to expand that.
I'm hoping so.
I
hope they expand it sooner than later. I mean,
right.
I hope that on opening day they get a reality check, and then they will immediately expand the hours.
Well, they're gonna have to do something quick if that happens.
Yeah, I heard, like, Kiss My Grits told me that was like an overhead thing. But you've got this part that looks amazing at night, and that's part of the draw of that park, is how amazing it looks at night. And then it's going to stop at like 9, but who knows capacity wise, who knows if they're just doing it to say, hey, we're being conservative, about this, and we'll open up hours a little later on. From an operations standpoint, I put my engineer hat on. I get it. I totally get it.
I guess my concern is like, I get the fact they've got the early hour, right? And then they're going to stay open till 9, but you would think they would at least stay open till 11. How much more time would people get? And I know operationally, but think how much more money they would make from people going to the stores and buying stuff. I mean, I'm probably going to buy a lot myself. So, but the thing is, like, why wouldn't you guys, do that? I know that Disneyland only stayed open until 10 was like the normal time or whatnot, but just please go past 9 p.m. till like 10 or 11. I would love that.
It will be
That was
Especially if it's only one
my
day.
thought too, was people, do like to buy snacks in the later evening and roam around because the sun isn't so hot. And that's the best time to buy souvenirs. I feel like people shop more at the end of the night. And
Mhm.
I mean, you want to get that last minute popcorn or ice cream or whatever treat on your way out. There is revenue there to be made. Um, I'm hoping that
Mhm.
I'm really hoping for the sake of their crowd that's coming, they'll extend their hours just for that alone, they could make money,
True.
otherwise you're rushed and your
Well, I'll
people aren't going to buy as much closing at 9 p.m. But if you extended the hours, people are kind of slowing down, but they're still spending money.
yeah, they are.
Speaking of
Too
spending money,
bad, I'll tell you this much, the Starbucks closes at 9.
I was not happy with
what?
that.
Are you kidding me?
The Starbucks
Yeah.
closes at 9, but the other gift shops are open past that time. Like, it's full of people buying stuff. But yeah, the Starbucks closes at 9 o'clock. I was not pleased.
We were both very
Another
outspoken on that.
mm,
Yeah, I was
that's
not
another
happy about that.
you know
Lorena,
how
oh,
Disney yeah, Disney has Joffrey's and Starbucks. Does Universal have, another coffee brand, or is it just Starbucks?
It's just Starbucks. So their
Mhm,
Starbucks are themed as well. So it's like the Celestial Park
mhm,
Starbucks. It has like this light, airy, celestial, uh,
yeah.
mermaid kind of theme. But yeah, I think it opens early in the morning. Like, it was open by like 10 a.m. or something like that, but it closes like at night. They shut it they shut it down.
Mhm.
They lock the doors and they shut it down. So I'm hoping soon that they will expand the hours, because 9 o'clock really is it really is too early. I don't know if they're trying to control the balance sheets or whatever, but this is a park that is designed to look outstanding in the evening. So
mhm.
hopefully that'll change, or maybe they've got the park booked for private parties after after 9 p.m.
I know.
Ooh,
Ugh.
yeah.
We get invited to one of those.
Yeah, I mean, there's a fireworks show that they're supposed to have every night, but we'll
What,
see.
what about the lockers? Were you able to see if they had the all day lockers and how much they are and how big they
Yes.
are?
I didn't see how much they are. As for the size, there's two sizes. I want to say one's like maybe 12 by let's see, a depth of I think like 16 inches, and then they have the family lockers, which of course is bigger than that. So if you've been to where the Velocicoaster is, where they
Hmm.
have two sizes of lockers. There's the one locker that's in the queue, but then there's also the family lockers. So they do have those. So there's two sizes. So if you got a family, you pretty much want the family locker. I didn't see how much it was for the charge per day, but as soon as you walk into Celestial Park, the lockers are towards the left, I believe. Thank you,
Oh,
Dan. $20 to $30 for lockers. I highly suggest
yikes.
getting one of those.
That's
Uh,
expensive.
that
That is
is
expensive.
it's been a long time since I've
Yeah,
gotten
because
a
Disneyland, it's $7 for a small locker, and well, it depends on where you're going in the park. It can be $10 for a large one, but if you go outside the park where they have the big family ones, there's like
Mhm.
15. But geez, that's a lot.
Wow, twin. That is, yeah. I don't remember paying that much even when I did get one. I think I paid like $15, and it kind of like went with you. So if you used a locker near the front of the park, and then you were in another part of the park, you could transfer it, to there, which made it kind of cool because you could go to the different attractions and you could take your stuff, with you. But honestly, everything is so marked up at Epic Universe. If there's something that I didn't like, I have noticed that some of the things are much more expensive um, over at Epic Universe. Souvenirs, all of that food. Like the price we paid for at the Atlantic was worth it. What we got. I really didn't have that much of a complaint about the food prices, but I do about the souvenir prices because some of that stuff is a little crazy.
Yeah. The price of my Niffler was not much more than the price of a little snow globe one.
How much my little
How much was that?
owl that was $60.
The Niffler was about like, well, after the pass holder discount was about $65. The little Niffler snow globe was $50.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well,
And that's the other thing too. Oh,
Tiny.
sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say my power band that was, I think it was 45. I got my pass holder discount on it, but with taxes like $43 or something like that.
And then some of the prices for like the backpacks or the purses, like you got that Epic Universe one that looks kind of cool. And it's only like what, 53, but then you see some of the little small backpacks and you're like, well, those are like 80 to 90. What the heck?
Yeah, I mean this one at least it's pretty much like a purse. It feels like leather. It's actually functional. That's the only reason I bought it. Because it's like it has a spot where you can actually put your wand in. I haven't had anything that's been convenient to put a wand and like a couple of like small things that would fit in the lockers with that. But that's just because of how it looks. It looks distinctive. It's like it's enough to say, okay, that's worth buying. But other like the candy prices, those are more expensive than at Hogsmeade or at Sugar Plums. And they are trying to make their money back very, 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 very quickly. But yeah, that's something to keep in mind, that the prices of items are marked up a bit more than at the other two parks. And people will pay it because it's the perception of value when you see it. So I haven't really seen any crap merchandise yet over at Epic more, but it's just like, hey, get this, throwback 90s Yoshi satin jacket, $90.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say if you have the means, get it, because I have not seen anything, look like that. The popcorn buckets for Super Nintendo World, $40. I've never paid $40 for okay, close. I did pay close for that for the Vampire Teddy popcorn bucket, but that was different. It was like this big.
I had an
that
issue
was
with
a one-off.
Jackets we were looking at, Lorena, everything was sewn, everything was embroidered. It wasn't like just iron-on stuff. It was nice quality.
Well, even like the Star Wars Star bucket, $35. I'm like, what? It's great,
really?
but $35.
Yeah, I know. It's just, man, I'm just like, I want the Mario Kart popcorn bucket, but not for $40. I saw a Bullet Bill sign that was maybe like this long, that high. They wanted $19 for it. I'm like, no, I don't think so. I'm gonna get that. But again, it's still merchandise where it's like, yeah, it's really cool. You can't really get it, anywhere else. Get a sign that says, what was it? Oh my gosh, was it Turtle Pistons? Either way, it was all Mario Kart type stuff. You couldn't get anywhere else. Hey, Native Hawaiian, good seeing you. In the future, Yoshi egg popcorn bucket. Yeah, see, I'll wind up buying that. I spent $7 for a Yoshi apple slushy, which tasted like an apple Jolly Rancher. Oh, it was good. Yoshi Snack Island is not officially open. It's soft open, so you can get the slushy. You can also get turtle shell cannolis. Not cannoli, excuse me. Wrong thing. That's a dessert. Stromboli, which looks like a turtle shell.
Yeah. You had me at cannoli. Now my heart's broken.
Sorry.
I think I'd rather have that than the mac and cheese cone.
Yeah, they had the turtle. You can get the blue shell, and I think a red shell, and they were, a Stromboli, and yeah, that was selling. All that stuff was selling. Of course, the Donkey Kong waffle cone thing with the mug, that's $20. I couldn't justify paying $20 for that. It looked cool, but I couldn't justify paying $20. Do you mean calzone because strombolis are shaped better than? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yes.
Calzone,
Yes. Thank you.
maybe.
Yes. Calzone because it's smaller. It is smaller. Calzone. I knew it was the thing with uh, the stuffed dough with the cheese and the pepperoni and the
I'll eat either
pocket.
one.
Yeah, Italian hot pocket. That's what it is.
Oh, it's so good.
Turtle. It does. It's really cool. Looks like a turtle. And yeah, I saw the $22 Princess Peach cake, which I was gonna get, but they ran out of it.
Big cake.
Hey,
That's a full cake.
Yeah, it's an
oh,
actual
it's a full cake.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it comes out on like a
I
silver
want that.
platter thing, and I wanted it,
Oh,
but they sold out of it, so I couldn't get
Mm.
it. So I had to get the little question mark box tiramisu, which was really good.
Mm.
But they
Do you know what kind of
sold
cake it is, or what kind of frosting it has on it? or-
vanilla.
Holly peach,
That's
Bob.
I saw Tim Tracker's video, and
Mhm.
it's definitely vanilla cake. The inside of the cake looked very reminiscent to a Publix cake. Kind of took me by surprise. But the
I
icing, I have no clue. I had the TV on mute because I was doing something else, so I was like glancing over. I have no clue what it kind of looked like whipped topping, not really a buttercream, because it
yeah,
looked really fluffy and airy.
I think it was a buttercream because all I know is let me see if I can get a picture of it. The Asian family behind me at the Toadstool Cafe, all I know is they had destroyed the one that they had. There was nothing, nothing left. And I saw it. I'm like, I want that cake too. And no, they had sold out of it, which kind of like it really annoyed me. But the tiramisu block was good.
They're going to be popular for birthdays. You know how many parents are going to bring their kids
Oh
to
yeah,
Nintendo
for sure.
Land for birthdays?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to
I
find it.
still want my
Oh, wait,
birthday
I
party
found it.
there.
I found it. I found it. Hold on. I found
So
a picture.
Eric is going to Nintendo
I
World
found
for her
I
birthday.
found a
Okay.
picture. I found a picture of it. Yep.
Yeah.
This is oh dang it, I forgot to click with it. Yeah, I saw this.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
I
I
did
saw
see
this.
that.
But they ran out just like they ran out of Mount Beanpole cake, and I was really pissed about that too. But it was the first day that it was open for pass holders. So the Toadstool Cafe, that place stays packed. I would highly advise that if you want to dine at the Toadstool Cafe, you need to get there as soon as they open or wait until the lunch rush is over because it is highly popular. There's, the screens that they have with Toad there cooking, and then you go in the main dining area and there's warp pipes and there's screens where you see the Toads working in the kitchen and the ones where the Toads are outside. And eventually there's a scene where Bowser comes by in his airship and it kind of changes the lighting. Yeah, you ain't getting out of there. I'm just saying. That's one of the reasons why people aren't leaving Super Nintendo World. They'll go and crash at a Toadstool Cafe. But yeah, uh, that was fun. It's a fun family restaurant. No alcohol is served. Of course, it's all Italian because Super Mario. What you expect, man? Really,
Hmm.
really. And I highly recommend just me because I like hot food. Bowser's Fire Meatball, 1 pound meatball,
Ooh.
That
spicy,
sounds good.
all spicy 1 pound meatball with a provolone cheese dripped all over it. Comes with a puff
Oh,
pastry
wow.
that looks like Bowser and a container of hot sauce. So
Nice.
Sounds
That
like
sounds
Rap's. That's Rap's thing. Spicy food, not me.
he would love it. It was awesome. Oh, thank you, Barry.
wow. Who's that guy?
Some guy named Barry plays. I'm
You're
so
welcome.
appreciative.
That.
And Van got that. Awesome. Awesome. And one more thing before I close out the show, because yes, we are running way over that I planned to. I'm sorry about that. While at Disney, more alcohol in bars. Did you guys see the I forget who it was. Was it Scott Gooston? I think who posted that said, "Hey, great! Now, if you want to visit the Poly, you can park there for free if you're going to Tambu Lounge, Trader Sam's, or the bar over at the Polynesia DBC building." So it's like, great, no parking for Captain Cooks,
Yeah.
but if you're gonna drink, you can park at the Poly.
Oh yeah, sure. Promote drinking and driving, Disney.
Yeah.
Good way to go.
Yeah, real good.
Hmm.
You know. So yeah, it's not looking good. But yeah, there's a fire sale going on at Disney if you actually want to go and stay there. I mean, we're talking prices that are unheard
Yeah, the
of
prices
right
came
now.
down again.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like they're desperate for attendance if they're offering something like that. Free parking at any resort. When has that ever?
Yeah.
I mean, that incentive, they've never, usually it's you can't park there and there's usually stipulations and rules and they don't really
Yeah.
advertise. I don't know. It's just kind of odd how people will manipulate that. I mean, they already kind of do, but now it's just like they put it out there.
260 for 4-day tickets at Disney. Yeah, I think that's they dropped something new for Florida residents, the Florida resident ticket. But here's the thing about Epic Universe, and Tom, you can back me up on this with what your opinion is. Where Epic Universe is located, you really don't have to go anywhere else. There's Icon Park that's there. There's what I call the Epic Universe Chick-fil-A, which is right between Stella Nova and Terra Luna. There's the
There's the
Publix, which is
Chipotle up
down the
top.
street on Destination Parkway. Literally, you
Mm.
don't have to go anywhere else. If you want to eat cheaper off property, you can do it because it's right there.
Yeah.
Just be warned that Chick-fil-A is going to be probably the busiest Chick-fil-A in all of Orlando.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So,
There's
Yeah.
also a
just
rumor they're
warning,
building
for
another
sure.
putting
White
that out
Castle
there.
near there.
They're
To
going to
build
have to
another
build another one because
Yeah, they're
that
building another
is
White Castle in Orlando. Since they did that one in Orlando on that side, they're supposedly
Mhm.
building another one, and everybody's saying it's going to be close to Epic. But I was like, that doesn't make sense because the other one's not that far from there.
No. I mean, between the let's see, there's I call it the Epic Wawa because it is. It's on the corner of Destination Parkway and John Young Parkway. So there's like the Wawa that's right there. I mean, it's not that far away, but there's that, and there's all these little stores plus the tourist traps on International Drive. It's like I don't have to stick in the Disney bubble. I can just stay there and I have access to all these other things. We need another Portillo's, or that's dangerous. It's bad enough they have that one Portillo's with the chocolate cake chocolate cake shake and a Rita's. So if you're from Philly, yes, there is a Rita's. There's
The
actually
Rita's at
two.
SeaWorld was good.
There's one at SeaWorld, there's one on iDrive, and there's the other one that's over in Regency Village. Wawa, I miss those. We don't have them out here. Yeah, there's two located near Universal. One is on the corner of Sand Lake Boulevard and Universal Boulevard, and the other one is on the corner of Universal Boulevard and John Young, John Young Parkway and Destination Parkway. So they're very, very close to each other, and they will be crazy busy at the same time. So I know we went over a little bit, but just wanted to give you guys some more firsthand reports of what's going on out at Epic Universe. Overall, it's a great park. It's going to do really, really well. It's definitely will have growing pains. They are going to have to get Battle of the Ministry up and running. If they don't, it's going to wind up being another Hagrid situation, and that's not going to be
Mm.
not going to be good. But the folks I've seen there have enjoyed it. Lots of smiling faces, lots of places to cool off. But that's what happens when you have a whole lot of water running through the middle of the park with, you know, the misters and the fans, and easy to go places for shelter. Like example, the Untrainable Dragon show. There's lots of shade and water fountains that are there for you to wait to go in for the show. Same thing for Circus Arcanu. There's covered waiting area for that with fans that are installed as well. At least the spill out part. If you go right into the tent, that's already air conditioned, but a lot of that is covered. So I was paying attention to all of that. Lots of spaces to get away from the sun. There's a first aid and a family care building, but there's also people walking around with like red shirts on. That's also first aid. That's important because some people forget to use sunscreen and drink water, and then you wind up having a heat stroke situation. So there's plenty of first aid people out there as well. Yes, the fire drill. That one is going to be real popular. The hotter it gets, you know, to be able to shoot water. That's going to be a fun part for little kids. It's going to be awesome. Well, folks, we're going to wrap up here. Go around, shout out our channels, see where you can find everyone. Tom, where can people find you?
Well, I have a small YouTube channel. It's at TJ Magnafia. I'll put the link in the chat. Nothing crazy, just random launch videos, dog videos. Whatever I look, we got some SeaWorld stuff, and there'll probably be more Universal and Epic coming soon.
All right. And of course, Super Mod, of course.
I'm a mod everywhere.
Awesome. Barry Place, where can people find you and what do you have going on?
So you guys can find me at YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, X, and Facebook at BarryPlace28. You can also find me at Park Streamers. We also have a show with Theme Park Casual in Cordy, California. I will be streaming. I'll be at Knott's Berry Farm tomorrow, but I'm not sure if I'm streaming because there's a book signing that's going on there. So if I don't do that, I will be at Disneyland in the evening, pretty much from about 3:30, 4 o'clock until 1 in the morning because we're doing Star Wars night at Disneyland. And then come join me, Theme Park Casual in Cordy, California on Monday. We're going to be talking about the Chalk Walk on the Park Streamers Hangout, and we're going to have a blast. And so I hope you guys will definitely come join us for that as well.
Okay, folks. Yeah, you definitely have to check out Barry Place 28. Of course, along with Theme Park Casual as well. They're West Coast streamers, so sometimes if I'm up way past my bedtime, I'm checking out their streams and and drooling. So thank you so much, Native Hawaiian. You can usually find Tom complaining in mine.
Thanks,
Erica, what do you have going on and where can people find you?
You guys can find us at Erica-Raff. We're actually going to a medieval fest tomorrow at Launchstow Castle. I forget the name. Is it Nansteinberg? I think is the name. Anyway, they're having a medieval fest, and Raph was like, I think we should go and we should vlog it. So, yeah. So stay tuned.
Ooh, I'm jealous now.
Have fun.
We're on the next flight over. Me and Linda are coming.
That's going to be a blast.
abctravel.de is the travel agency I recommend if you want to come out here.
Okay, awesome. Well, folks, check out Erica's channel. She's doing what I used to do back in the day. I'm just crashing everybody else's stream. I don't need to do stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. And I'm stream hopping, find me here and on WDW Pro and T3PO. Yeah.
That's a thing. So definitely check out her channel for sure. Let's see. As for me, what day is it? It is Saturday. Okay, so 8 p.m. tonight. With Epic Universe opening over the next couple of weeks for watch parties, we're going to be watching movies related to the park. So tonight, we're watching the Super Mario Brothers movie from 2023. So we're going to be watching that 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. The week after that, we're watching How to Train Your Dragon, the animated film. The week after that, we're watching the original Frankenstein from the 1930s. And after that, we're watching the Invisible Man movie from the 1930s. So you do not want to miss the stuff that we have got coming up on this channel. Sunday, no Welcome to Florida. I will be doing the May the 4th at Hollywood Studios. That should be quite interesting. So we're gonna go out there and do that. I gotta find my Princess Leia ears. I actually do have a pair of Princess Leia mini ears. Wait, that's Minnie a slave Leia, but yeah, I have Princess Leia mini ears. We have to go with I have to wear those out. So you guys are amazing. Thank you as always for supporting the show. Thanks so much to all my panelists. I love it when you guys pop in on the panel so we can just all geek out about why we love theme parks so much. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Replay crew, hashtag replay crew in the comments, and we will see you all next time.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.